I like to be wireless. It's so much more comfortable.
Mm.
But
Yeah.
the cost of it is I can't hear my own voice.
Ooh.
Oh, you can't hear your own voice.
No.
You do like to hear. Wow, I can't stand. I have got to not hear my own voice in the recording.
No,
Really?
it's very subtle. It's
No,
like, you know,
wow.
when you use a mobile phone or when you use a landline,
Mm-hmm.
the phone always monitors back your own voice, a very, very low volume, so that you don't. This is true. So
To be honest, I mean, I'll take your word for it.
when you pick up a landline or your mobile phone, the phone.
First of all, it's 2024. Nobody uses landlines, Chinny.
the
What the hell?
phones. Well, it came up first in landlines. Phones are designed to relay your own voice back at you a little
Okay.
bit, because
Well,
what they were finding was that if you don't do that, people start shouting down the phone because they feel like they're not being heard. So if
Interesting.
you put a little bit of your own voice in there, you stop shouting. So
How
that's
about
sort of
that?
like what I feel like I'm
Yeah.
doing now. I feel like I'm shouting now.
Oh,
So
okay.
actually, I
Yeah,
don't.
you
think
are.
I can-
You're shouting so
We'll
loud.
let you know if you
I don't
get
even
to
think I
shouting
can-
terrain.
I don't think I can last very long like this, to be honest.
Well,
Well, then go back to your other headphones
Just
then.
put
I'm
your
still
headphones
busy logging in and doing stuff, so the show doesn't
Put your other
happen,
headphones
you
on,
know?
for God's sake.
I don't just
What's the matter
rock
with
Do
up
what
and
you
go,
do. What makes you
"Oh,
comfortable,
Let me
Chinny.
make a couple
Do
notes
what works for you.
and let's go. You know, I've got to change all the notes. I've got to do all this. I've got to change this. I've got to log into.
Sorry, what are you changing? I thought I did all the notes.
Yeah.
At the
We got the
moment,
date, we got the number, we got the name,
Yeah.
got what you've been playing. I
Yeah.
got the video footage of that.
Yeah.
We're ready.
Yeah. I
At the
did mine
moment,
at 8 o'clock. I did it at 8 o'clock.
I
so
did mine
was
yesterday,
ready.
so I win.
Yeah,
If it's a
ready
contest,
to-
I win.
No, but I'm just saying we got prepared,
No, but I
ready
win.
to. Then we're ready
no,
to
yeah,
go.
yeah, but I have to
No, I'm
do.
saying
I
I
have
win.
to do the restream stuff, don't I?
That's true. He has to do the restream. He has to do the
Yeah,
YouTube monitoring, the Twitch stream. So we've all got stuff I mean, two of us have stuff we're doing on the technical end.
I used to do stuff. I
Just a little joke.
Okay, I'm ready.
Okay, so are we recording on the Zoom?
No, but it's okay this week. It's fine.
Okay.
It's fine.
You ready, Chinny? You ready, Stu?
Yeah.
Stu, you ready?
it just did that thing again where it just completely cut out the audio. I had to switch audio source in
heck?
Oh yeah.
Zoom. Don't know why it's doing that. It keeps doing it. It's weird.
I don't know. That's weird.
It did it twice in last week, but at least I'm ready for it now. I know when it, like, as soon as it goes silent, I'm like, yeah, it's done it
Yeah,
again.
you know how to deal with it. All right, so you're ready to go now.
Yes, I'm ready to go.
Let's start the motherfucking show, bitch.
Yeah, come on. Come on.
Badminton scientist.
It's not that veteran gamers. Juju, Ginny, and the fellas will tell you about every single game that you're playing this week. News, reviews, and an indie pick. Stu story time and Chinny's game breakers. Here comes Duke with the soundbite saviors.
Why, Katie?
It's the veteran gamers.
Do be quiet, Chinny.
Yeah, boy.
Hello, Dennis. Please, can I finish?
Switch that.
Okay.
Yeah, 759. What's up, people? I'm Duke.
I'm Stu.
And I'm Chinny.
We are not military veterans, people. We are veterans of the gaming lifestyle.
Yes. And we do the
Yeah.
And we
stream.
come at you every week live via YouTube, Twitch. We got a podcast for this thing. It's a great show. You're going to have a great time. If you're joining us for the first time ever, strap in. You have found your podcast home.
Why would somebody listen to this podcast, Eric?
Yeah,
Because
I
it's
don't know.
great. We got chemistry. We got jokes. We got sound effects.
So let me translate that to you in a more sort of British, cynical
Yeah,
way.
go for it. Go for it.
Chemistry
Yeah.
equals we argue a lot.
No, we don't. What are you talking about?
What was the other,
it's on.
What was the other thing? Chemistry.
Chemistry.
Jokes,
Jokes.
sound effects.
We don't have jokes.
Yeah.
That's just the opposite of that.
Yeah,
And sound
yeah, it is.
effects.
Yeah,
well,
that's true. We
That's the
don't
only
have-
thing we do actually have is sound effects.
Yeah.
Think about the predicament you in, dog, before you talk getting. I'm eating.
I'll be honest, I barely heard the intro tonight for sound effects. That's all I could hear was sound bites. I just, saying.
Well, because
Just
you don't want the
saying.
same old stale song. We got to mix it up with live effects. Yeah, everyone says so. Every day I get 7 messages like more sound effects, more variety of sound effects.
I don't know, Duke. I kind of liked it.
Yeah, I
See,
don't know.
there's another person saying they liked it. Anyway, how's your week's been?
Yeah, hot, but we've actually had some hot weather for one, which is
Okay.
quite impressive.
Not rainy?
And a little bit. It's still
a little bit.
raining.
Yeah.
Okay,
But a
okay.
bit of hot and cold and rainy.
Friday was lovely, Stu, wasn't
Right. I know I was working all day. It was
it?
great.
Yeah, so was I, but it was lovely.
It was not lovely when you're in a 30-odd degrees kitchen with a fryer on, I'll tell you.
But Saturday, when we had a day off,
Yeah.
awful.
Yeah, I was working that day as well, so it didn't matter.
Well, other
Weren't bothered.
people don't work.
Weren't bothered. And today was
How was your
pretty
week?
nice.
I had to work. It was hot. It was
But I was
awful.
working.
It was raining.
Working.
Jeez,
I was working
shit.
again.
She was like, "How was your week?" Well, I had Saturday off. Not bothered.
Yeah.
It wasn't me.
Wasn't me. I wasn't off. But a couple of weeks ago, actually, I've got a tiny story. It's not much. Not much
Oh,
of stuff. It's not much
snap.
of
It's
stuff.
time for a story. It's time for a story.
Go ahead, Stu. Tell your story.
But the weather is something to do with this story, you see.
Oh boy, everyone assumes that when you tell a story.
I know.
It's gonna relate. to
So
others.
a couple of weeks ago, we cleared out our shed, which was fucking full. It was worse than an attic.
Cack.
It's like, what the fuck? It's like you stick all this shit up in your attic and you stick all this shit in your shed,
Yeah, you
right?
forget
It was
about
absolutely.
Forget about it.
But it smelled like a rabbit hutch. It was proper stinky, and we're like, what the
Did
hell?
you have rabbits in your shed?
No,
we
it's damp,
didn't.
isn't it? I know the smell. It's damp.
Well,
It's
it wasn't
damp.
damp.
It's
No, it wasn't.
damp.
No, it
damp.
wasn't.
Was it a
Ginny,
dead
come on.
animal? Was it a dead animal?
No, but it was to do with animals. We pulled everything out, and there was fucking holes in the back where rats had been getting in.
Oh,
It's like, oh
you got
my
a nasty
God.
rat shed.
So,
There's
I'm
the name of the
guessing-
show, Nasty Rat Shed.
A smell of rat piss is what I'm guessing it was, and rat
boy.
scent or whatever. It was stinky.
Mm-hmm.
So we cleared all the shed out. Now, bearing in mind, this shed is probably getting on for 35 years old. I mean, it's been there a long, long time. And maybe, it's getting on for about 30 years. Anyway, I went in again to get some stuff once we'd done it all. My foot went through the floor because it's completely like rotted away. It's not great. And so I've decided I'm going to line it with some, like, I don't know, some chipboard shit. I'm going to get some chipboard and line it all out. So try and make it last for a little bit longer. But can't do it because it's fucking raining all the time. It's a frigging nightmare. It's like, do anything where you need to do something outside. Bloody impossible. Bloody hate this bloody fucking country and its shitty weather. Tell you. Honestly.
Well, I love this country because we
Yeah.
don't.
Sorry, was that the story? There
that-
were some rats and
Yeah.
it was raining.
fucking rats in my shed, and I've got to line it out, but I can't because of the shitty
Yeah,
weather.
but
there you go.
All right,
that
well,
is that
What do you
Stu, that is
Mwah.
the
Chef's kiss.
Stu. That is
Yeah,
the first mission in every RPG. That one.
Yeah, clear the rats.
It's true.
Clear the
Clear
rats.
out the rats and deal with the rain.
And we've got to line it because stop the rats getting in again. You know what I mean? There's no rats in there at the moment, as far as there's a lot of spiders, by the way, as well. It's fucking shit tons
Yeah.
of cobwebs and spiders.
That's also a very common mission in RPGs is to go deal
Yeah.
with spiders.
Exactly. And we saw one
That's one of the
crawling
start of
along.
Skyrim.
carrying this massive egg sack. It had this
Oh.
huge
Ew.
egg sack, and it was like, what the fuck?
Did you remove that spider?
And we did. That
That's
spider.
awful.
Grab it by the
That
sack.
Not in the
spider
shed.
is
Spiders help
pregnant.
you.
It
That
was-
spider's
really-
it was
pregnant.
And
carrying.
he's taking care of the rats,
load of
probably.
eggs,
That's why the
man.
rats aren't around
And
us
you
because
just
they
go,
saw
"Oh,
the spider and they
God."
were like, ah.
You know what, spider? I know you're pregnant. I know you're carrying a bunch of eggs like they're hemorrhoids, but you're
Yeah,
fucking out of
that's
here.
pretty much what it looked like. It
You're
looked like it
out
was
of
carrying
here.
a bunch of hemorrhoids in its mouth.
Well, we've had a big
Oh.
week. We've had a big week this week.
Go on, why? Wow, what's that? Oh, is it crawling?
Crawling.
Oh, yeah. Oh, she's going to be in shit. Wait till she can stand up, then you're going to be in trouble.
Yeah, that's what everybody says. It's like
Mm.
she's doing this. Wait till
No,
she
that's
does
not
this.
what everybody said. Last week, you said, oh, she's rolling over. And Stu said, wait till she starts crawling.
that's my
and now that
point,
she's
Stu. That's
crawling,
my
wait
point.
till she starts
That's
walking.
my point. He's like,
Yeah.
wait till she does this, and everybody goes, well, wait till she does this.
Wait till
Well,
she
she's
starts
now doing this.
driving. Then
Yeah,
you're gonna be
because-
fucked up.
She's got a
because this is-
uni. Well, wait till she finishes that.
Yeah, But wait, but this is the thing, Chinny, right?
She's retired.
Once-
Well, wait, she's still, you know.
Wait until she starts getting
Playing
some
golf.
When she is stood upright and can access stuff at her
Yeah.
level and wander around, you'll be wishing she was just rolling again. This is what I'm telling you.
Oh, I wish she's
You'll be
rolling
like,
now.
you'll be like, oh my god, I
Right,
wish
so
she was
Chinny-
just rolling.
Did you capture the moment when she started crawling? Is it
Uh,
on the
ye-
TikTok?
Yeah, well, no, it's not on TikTok.
That didn't happen, did it?
He's got it on security cameras.
Did happen because I saw it happen and I filmed it, but
I don't believe it. Oh, if it filmed
Yeah,
it, okay. Well,
yeah,
how
is
you
there
gonna upload
evidence?
it?
do you need a source for everything, Duke? Is your
He
life?
does. He needs evidence for
absolutely.
everything you say.
Pics or it didn't happen. That's the rule of the internet.
So the way this conversation goes is whatever I say, Stu says, wait till this. And then whatever
Yeah,
I say, Duke
yeah.
will say, didn't happen because you didn't record it.
No. I wanted to ask a question that would allow
No
you to tell the
evidence.
story. Go ahead. What was the story, Chinny? When did it happen?
She was sort of teasing the idea of crawling. She sort of got up on all fours and was like, this feels good. I like this.
Yeah.
And then she would collapse. And then Tara filmed Rosa and sent it to me while I was at work. And she did about 4 or 5 little crawls, little steps.
Nice.
And now it's like in the space of like 4 days, she's like, "Oh, what's that over there? Oh, it's your mobile phone. Give me that motherfucker thing."
That's right.
Yeah,
And all of a
that's what I
sudden-
mean.
That's a dead rat. It's a spider with hemorrhoid eggs.
Yeah, it is.
My fireplace is quite hard on like the base is quite hard to shoot. It's like a tiled one, you know.
Yeah.
So like now that's got a bloody soft bump around it.
Yeah.
Some of the corners have got soft bumpers around it. And I've bought her, right, I'm really excited about this, by the way. I've bought her like a little, it looks like a little backpack that they put on their backs, but it's got a big ring around the head, the back of the head.
Nice.
So if she falls
You
over,
just pick her up.
right, she just like, bam, because we got, our hallway is a hard floor. You've seen it, Stu. It's a very, very, it's 100 years old.
Nice
but, yeah,
tiles, nice tiles.
100-year-old tiled floor. And the kitchen obviously is hard floor. So we're just worried that if she's going to fall over there, so I've got this backpack cushion thing. What she looks like she's gone on a little camping trip, you know. So when she starts walking, but yes, she's crawling, she's getting about, she loves it. Still very happy. I went to my auntie Marge's 90th birthday yesterday.
Oh my goodness!
Wow.
That's exciting.
This is a woman
Congratulations,
that
Auntie Marge.
about 28 years ago, when her husband passed away, I said, "Oh, I'm so sorry, Auntie Marge, that Arthur passed away." She says, "Don't worry, I'll be dead soon." And then,
Liar.
And then, just before the party, I said, "Marge, you told me that you'd be dead soon. You're not very good at this. Get on with it." And she laughed. She was she thought that was
Nice.
funny.
Do you know,
so that's good.
Go on, sorry, go on.
90th birthday. Everybody
90s,
loved
good
Rosa.
age.
There was all going, "Oh my gosh,
Yay.
you're so cute." She got attacked by a bunch of old women at one point. It's all very cute. So.
No.
Lovely. Stu, you was going to say.
I was going to say, we've got a resident at work who's 102.
That's ridiculous.
Oh
It's
yeah.
fucking ridiculous. I was thinking about this the other day. She was born in 1922. When you think
Yes,
about
she
it like
was.
that, it's just mad, isn't it? It's like so long ago.
I
And,
feel like can we make a pact? Like if any of us get to 100, can we just
Yeah.
finish each other off? Like,
Yeah, I think we
No way,
should
man.
do.
Ah,
Well,
bullshit.
this is the
I'm
point I'm
living to
getting to.
150, man.
this
no,
is
well,
the point I'm
like,
getting
Stu, to be fair, like you'll be 100 first, so I'll have to kill you. But there'll be no one left to
Yeah,
kill
that-
me. You're
yeah,
10 years
that's
older
true.
than me, Duke. So
That's true.
Rosa, you know what you got to do,
yeah,
Rosa.
Rosa, I'll
Yeah,
have a
Rosa.
word with her. I'll say, well, just-
But this
You
is the
aim
thing.
through this. you
Yeah.
This is the
squeeze
thing.
this. Go ahead.
The
What's
the
thing?
oldest person in the UK died not long ago, and they were about 113 or something ridiculous, right?
That's pretty crazy.
Pretty crazy. So I said to the resident at work, joking, I went, wait till you're 113, and she was like, "Don't be horrible. That's
Yeah.
such a horrible thing to say.
Don't.
I don't want to live now. What are you talking about?"
Yeah.
Damn. It's
like-
just surrounded by suicidal geriatrics.
When you see somebody who's 100, they just look like they want to die, don't they?
No, do you know what though?
No, not all the time. I see some
know
video
what?
footage and they're like, ah.
She
those are
is
having a
she
great
is
time.
absolutely lovely, and
Aw.
she's fully with it. Millie can't get her head around the fact that she's still fine. Do you know what I mean?
Eh?
Eats well,
it's
healthy.
the silent generation.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I just
Silent
feel like
gen-
she's just gonna keep on chugging for a long time. You know what I mean? She is chugging along.
Yeah.
Along.
Yeah.
102.
Chugga, 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 chugga.
Anyway,
Kind of impressive.
Is that enough story shit?
Yeah, I think that's it.
Yeah.
Cool.
Where are you going? Story time's over.
What you been playing? Tu viens nous plaire.
There you go.
Video games.
Video
I've
game
gotta-
mode.
Duke, you're gonna have to dig out of whatever that sound effect was. You're
What
gonna
the
have
hell
to
was that
dig
noise?
out a old sound effect here.
Oh,
Okay, I
God.
got it.
It's
You
Oh my
very
ready?
God.
strange what Eric picks like as a sound effect.
Is that it?
No, it is.
Okay, is it this one?
You,
It
you
definitely
just
isn't that.
can't.
Go ahead,
yeah.
go ahead. I'm stopping. Go ahead.
I
go
want
ahead.
you
Which
to
one?
give me access to that website so I can delete half of them. Like
No,
I want
no,
to
No,
do.
not
hell
a
no.
chance,
You,
not a
I give you
chance.
access
Hell
to
no.
playing all of these sounds.
No, no,
You
no.
ain't deleting
I want to
shit.
do like a Thanos click and then just get rid of half of them. You know. So
Bullshit.
Never happening.
the
Never
sound effect
happening.
is confession.
Oh, well, that's going to be up
Oh.
here.
Oh, man.
Like the speed with which I found it.
Hey kid, I want you to spill your guts. Tell us everything. Thing. Everything.
Okay, I'll talk.
A little extra sound in there that Stu didn't
Yeah,
put
There
in.
you go.
I definitely didn't pull that in at the end. But...
That's all
are you
right.
gonna
The
do?
people who need to hear it got to hear it.
So-
what are you confessing here, Chinny?
Oh, but whoa. Just before you go on, Lewis is in the chat. He's not been in for a long time. Lewis, all right.
Hi, Lewis. Chinny, what is your confession, my child?
Yeah, Ginny, what is your confession?
I'd like to confess that
Unburden your soul.
I did play the Play My Game bitch this week, but I only played it 5 minutes before the show, so I feel like I
Yeah, well, that's probably the opening cutscene then that you did. You probably didn't play any of the
I tell you
game.
what, we might as well. Shall we get into it? Because one
Are
thing.
we starting right with this?
One thing.
Go on, then. Go on, then.
Yeah, bitch! Yeah, bitch! I am very happy to be here!
Play my game, bitch.
Yeah, it's got the Breaking Bad connection.
I feel like 60% of this show so far has been sound effects.
Yeah, it does.
Do you know what I mean? Like if you divvy it out. Right, anyway. The one thing that I loved about Neon White, which is our Play My Game, which this week, where the game
Yeah.
that we all play together and see what's what.
Yes.
Fast forward function on all the CAC, right?
Oh, I didn't see that. I wish I had.
Most games these days have an option to skip cutscenes.
I pressed
I wish
fast
I had.
forward because I looked at the aesthetic of this. I've heard a lot about Neon White, by the way. I've heard a lot about.
What did
this
you
game.
hear and how did you hear it?
I've heard on different podcasts that it's very good. I've heard it's very
It
good. It's a sort of
is,
speed running
yeah.
game, and a lot of people talk very highly of it. But then I look at the aesthetic, and I'm not really into anime. I'm not really into CAC. So and reading. I'm not into reading because it's for nerds.
Resist the
So-
game.
There is a lot of reading.
So when I look at it on the surface of it, when I judge it on its surface, I don't like the look of it. So I pressed the X. It said fast forward, and it just fucking skipped everything. And I was like, just get me to the fucking
Yeah.
action. And I did.
Yeah, exactly.
And I skipped everything. So I did get to play the game. I got to play about 4 levels.
Oh, that's pretty good. I'm impressed.
And I liked it.
I love it.
liked
I
it.
think the gameplay is
I
brilliant.
liked it. Duke
And
has
it's-
dropped
oh.
his jaw.
I'm surprised that Shinny liked it. I mean, I'm not surprised that you liked the gameplay, I suppose.
The
And if you
gameplay.
skip the rest of it, then okay.
Correct.
Then it makes sense.
Because I'm
I guess,
guessing
but
about
the
40,
rest of it is
44%.
so god awful.
44% of what you're going to talk about is the fucking nonsense they talk
No,
about.
that's not
No.
correct, Shinny.
Oh, well, no,
80%
it
of
isn't.
what I'm going to talk
Yeah.
about is the
Okay.
story.
All right. Because that is never going to be a thing for me. I'm never going to watch that. That's terrible.
The mechanics are very good. I wrote down the mechanics are very good.
excellent.
So for people that
Yeah.
don't know,
Oh,
Neon
God.
White is a first-person speed-running game. So you basically run.
Someday
through...
we're going to have a video feed where we can show you the
Oh,
game
for
while we talk
fuck's
about it.
sake.
One day. I played incidentally. I played about 14 levels or 15 levels.
Well, all
Played a
right.
fucking load.
you know
I played
what?
all the first opening ones, and I played a load.
I
more.
played the
just couldn't stop
tutorial. I
playing
got
it.
to the end of the tutorial. I was like,
Oh,
I'm gonna
that's
give
about
this
8,
to the
isn't it?
end
It's
of the
about 8 or
tutorial.
9
It's it was a lot more than I wanted to play of it.
well done, though. I'm
But I
impressed.
stuck
I'm
with it.
impressed.
I wanted to be fair.
Yeah.
Yeah. And like I said, like the mechanics are good. The core game where you run around, you're going through these levels. There's jumping involved. There's mechanics where you fire a little purple ball at the ground and then you jump before it explodes and it sends you further. And it's a card mechanic too. So it's blending shooting and cards for some reason. So when you pick up a pistol card, you have a katana, you have a sword always. You never run out of the sword. but you have to use your cards to shoot guns for some reason. And so you have a pistol, you get 10 shots with the pistol or something. I don't know how many shots it is. But once they're done, you're done. And then you can also, if it's a yellow pistol card, you can fling it and that makes you jump extra. And if it's a purple pistol card, you can fling like a grenade. I think I'm getting it right. Correct me if I'm wrong.
Yeah, no, you're all right. You're completely right.
And it's very fluid. It's very responsive. It's very frenetic.
I was just going to say, I think that's the reason that the cards run out as you shoot, because you've got to decide whether you're going to use it for an extra jump or whether you're going to use it up shooting. So it gives you that, ooh, which shall I do first? I don't know.
And the other thing I thought was very good is that when you mess up, you hit F and you're right back where you were. And it's, I don't know if it's always at the beginning. I think there are sometimes checkpoints. But in the first levels, you start right back at the beginning, which is frustrating, but it's not the end of the world, because the levels are relatively
short. They're so short, aren't they? It doesn't really matter.
Yeah. The graphics are fine. I mean, it's, you're on these Greco-Roman, arches and stuff with water, and you skim along the surface of the water. And then it's just like ocean as far as you can see, and then sun. So, the backgrounds are fine. But yeah, no, the gameplay is absolutely cool. It's shooting. It's, if you need to, you can get up and slice people. You don't have a lot of health, but you do have enough.
And you have a health card as well, don't you? You got a card that replenishes your health as well.
Yeah, that's right.
I really like this game. I like the fact, because it's someone else on my friends list had been playing it. So he gave me targets to aim for. So I was trying to beat their score. So I kept just going over and over and over. So I played it for probably way longer than I should have done, because I was playing each level multiple times.
You were doing it over and over.
Yeah, to beat the score.
Because it also does that thing that a lot of Japanese games does, where it gives you a ranking. It's like bronze, silver, gold medal. And Chinny, I'm sure, was like, I got to get the silver.
Oh, and platinum. Don't forget the platinum.
Yeah. So you don't want to be in second place.
Second place? That's a fancy word for losing.
It is.
Get that gold.
Sorry. We've got a comment in the Twitch chat, which I know you can't see because you don't care. So, there's a chap called Darth Knock. Right, I don't know what he said.
Yeah,
he said,
Darth Knocknar.
And I said, he said, I've been a fan and watching since 2012, 2013.
Oh my God.
I just wanted to say, I love the longevity of your guys' friendship, both in business and personal.
Is this fake?
Love that from the chilly desert region of Southern California. Cheers to another 5 years.
Oh my goodness.
And then I thought I replied saying, is this fake? It has to be fake, because he said, I've been listening since 2012, 2013. And then at the end, he says, cheers to another 5 years. 2013 was 11 years ago, so it felt like an automatic.
He was in a coma for 7 years,
right? Yeah. And then he replied saying, it may have been 2014. My daughter was doing around about that time. I discovered the VG on the Pocket Cast app. I'm totally a Mexican-Russian bot. I'm not a real boy, is what he said. So it sounds like it's pretty genuine. So thank you very much, Darth Nug.
Yes.
He says, from this point on, I'm only giving you 5 years, and that's it. So
well, we'll see what happens.
Maybe in 5 years, we'll be done.
I don't have a sound clip for Mexico or Russia. Sorry.
Yeah.
Oh, no.
So Neon White then, are we thumbsing up?
Massive thumbs up for me.
Absolutely not.
What?
Absolutely not.
You just said
this
you thought the game
story
was good.
is hot garbage.
Well, it's
story.
You've got to get to, I don't know, heaven. And
I didn't want to step on your
rankings.
joy jumps about the mechanics, and Chinny can sit there holding his thumb up all he wants. The story is a nightmare. The sinners are plucked from hell to...
Hold up your thumb, Stu.
Oh, yeah.
Sinners are plucked from hell to do God's dirty work. What the fuck is that shit? That makes no sense. And then, did you find the pacing in the story of Hotline Miami too dull and slow? Were you sitting there thinking to yourself, I wish this were more bizarre and incoherent? Well, Neon White is for you. It's very fortunate that when God and the angels pull demons from hell, they only pull enough to have primary colors for the names. We got Neon White, Neon Yellow, Neon Green, Neon Blue, Neon Purple. Why isn't there a Neon Ultraviolet or a Neon like Sky Blue with a hint of beige or something?
Dude, I don't say this very often, but I will say it now. What the
I'm
fuck
overthinking it.
are you talking about?
Yeah, what are
Also,
you talking about?
if you need a new, I'm talking about the goddamn game that we
No,
all
you're not.
just
You're
played.
talking
No, you're
about, like,
not.
different
No, you're
shows.
talking
I'm talking about the
the
story, which
exposition.
you
You're
skipped,
talking
Chinny,
about
so you don't know what I'm talking about, of course.
know.
But Stu knows what I'm talking
it
about.
sounds-
Stu knows I'm
okay.
right.
Sounds like
What do you
I'm-
care
it
for?
sounds
No one
like
cares about the
game.
fact that these characters are all named after colors.
No,
I
it
don't
sounds
care,
like
the
I
game's
It's
made
like
It's
the
Reservoir
correct
Dogs,
choice.
only not interesting.
Yeah.
Whatever. Also, if you need a creative,
Who's
innovative
playing this for
mechanic
the story, really?
Exactly.
does the story matter or not?
No.
Well, not in this game.
Then they
because
should
it's
not
all about the
include a
mechanics.
story.
Skip it.
Well, skip it. Skip
I
problem.
can't skip story.
Why?
I'm a
You
can
storyteller.
skip
I'm a
it.
writer. Story is everything.
you can
Oh, says the
The
man who
universe
plays
is
Rocket
made-
League every fucking
Yeah,
five
what's
The
the
minutes.
story in
universe
Rocket
is
League?
made. The universe is made of stories,
Oh,
not of atoms.
Yeah, but like when you
Yeah,
play
what's the story in Rocket League?
The story of
Dude,
Rocket League is here's the story of Rocket League.
What's the
Once
story?
upon a time, there was a young man who became an older man, and he wanted to relax after a hard day of teaching teenagers. And he went to play a fun game where you hit a ball around with a car, and he encountered a bunch of angry, miserable 12-year-olds, some of whom were 35 years old, and they tried to make his life miserable by spreading the same sourness that they were infected with. But he rose above it and forgave them and had fun anyway. That's the story of Rocket League.
Well, I wasn't in it when I played it.
No,
You
I-
No,
know.
it's
I
not
must have
in
skipped
the
that cutscene as
game.
well.
Yeah, I must have done because I don't
Rocket League
remember
doesn't
that
need a story, so it doesn't waste your time with cutscenes. Anyway,
Anyway,
here's the
this
thing.
game's great.
Here's
Forget about
here's
what
the
Duke
thing.
said.
Here's the thing. No, I'm only getting started. If
Oh, boy.
you need an
Oh, my God.
innovative, creative way to tell the story, have you considered having a main character who is struck with amnesia? That's never been done in a story before. I don't know who I am. I don't know who this person is. They say they're my best friend. Dude, bro, what's up, bro? Come on, bro. How's it going, bro? Shut the fuck up. God damn. Then, the best part of the game, and I will shut up after this because I'm really not trying to rain on everybody's parade. You meet this, apparently you were a teacher, and you meet a student.
Oh yeah,
Do you,
I must
do you
admit,
want to do the voice of the student, Stu?
Oh, I thought that was dodgy as hell.
Can you teach me how to use a gun?
I know we've got that on screen
the
at the moment
fuck?
as you're describing it.
I'm just gonna push my ass against your crotch,
Yeah,
teacher. You're
yeah.
the best teacher. What the fuck is this pedophile shit?
Yeah, I must
Jesus
admit,
Christ.
at that point, even I was like,
Thank you.
yeah, that's a bit much. What is
Tee-hee.
going
It
on
literally
here?
says tee on the subtitles.
Yes, he did.
What the fuck? Come
Yeah,
on.
yeah. I must admit,
I would
thought-
give this a thumbs up if
yeah.
it weren't for this bullshit story.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I actually had forgotten about that until I was just watching. I was going to like, oh,
You're
shit, I
welcome.
forgot about that. It's
Yeah.
terrible.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, it's not.
Anyway.
it's not great. I don't know
No, it's
why they
not.
feel the need to include stuff like that because I've played. I can't remember what it was now, and I kept defending it because you kept saying it was sexualized, and it just wasn't.
Doki Literature Club.
No, that was done on purpose, though. So
Okay.
that was done to obviously hate what it was poking fun at. But no, there was a game I played, and you just and I kept saying, no, it's not though, it's not. And it can be done. You know, we can have these games that don't have that and still have good stories. I don't know why, and I'm assuming this Japanese. I don't know what that is. For them.
Guys have no filter sometimes. That's probably
But
why.
I don't know why they feel the need to keep including this stuff in
I'm with
games
you. I'm with
constantly.
you,
I don't
yeah.
understand the
Yeah.
what. I mean, they're
The
obviously
problem
just
is, Stu,
trying to
there's
appeal
not-
to
there's-
teenage boys. I guess I don't
there's
know.
not enough game for pedos. That's the issue.
Well, maybe there's not. Maybe there isn't. Maybe that's the issue. Here.
Well, they have a lot of money, and they're going to support the people that give them what they want. So, you
So-
know, okay.
So what I'm going to say, I'm going to change my rating slightly.
Oh,
right?
damn.
I'm going to change it slightly. I'm going to give it a big
Go ahead.
thumbs up on gameplay, thumbs down on the pedo stuff.
All
So,
right.
You know what I mean? I'm gonna.
And
I'm
presumably
gonna be
Chinny
fair.
would be in accord if he had
You know
watched
what?
the pedo stuff.
I'm not going to commit to anything because I didn't see it, but generally,
I don't want to judge a pedophile
most of the
story.
time,
Just on-
I do thumbs down pedo stuff. Most of the time.
Yeah,
Okay.
most
You know,
of
Well,
the
there you go.
time.
We have a unanimity here when it comes to
down on the
anti-pedophilia
pedos
representations
still.
in the game. Yeah.
But you know, the gameplay's good. The gameplay's really cool. So there you go.
We've got
There
a
you
comment in the Twitch chat that says Joe Biden drops out
Spam.
on National Ice Cream Day. What does this mean?
That's a good question. What does it mean?
What does
National
it
is there
mean?
a connection here between National Ice Cream Day and maybe I've got
Complete
it.
randomness.
No, I think what's happened here is
there's always something.
I think Joe Biden had an ice cream on National Ice Cream Day, got brain freeze,
Yeah,
and his brain's already fucked.
yeah.
So with the double fuck with a brain freeze, he was like, I need to stop running for president. And I think that's
Could
exactly
be.
that's exactly what happened.
Or it could be that people put pressure on their elected officials. The elected officials put pressure on Biden. He got the message. He stepped aside. Kamala's going to be the next president. Let's do this, people.
Well, that sounded like a serious answer. We don't do that.
I mean, fart on your hemorrhoids.
That's the better one. Yeah. That's the better one. Right. Let's move on from pedo white and talk about something else.
Pedo white. There you go.
Yeah. Who's next?
I don't know.
Well, you two have got one more game than me, so one of you.
All right, if you insist.
Okay. No.
Once.
No.
Twice.
Go on.
3 times a human.
We're gonna let you talk about it. It's
Has he
new.
got controller support? Yeah. Has he got that controller support sorted
I
out?
couldn't care less. It was built for the PC. It's on mobile too, which is really weird. I don't get how this could possibly work on mobile, but apparently it's on mobile. I don't know. Anyway, for those who weren't tuning in last week, Once Human is my game of the year. I literally have played
spoilers.
I played Neon White for an hour. I played Rocket League a little bit, and it's been Once Human. That's all I've been playing, really. Every time I sit down, I'm like, oh yeah, I told you about Steam giving you this notepad now where you can get this Neon White off. Oh wait, maybe it is off the map. It fell behind. Yeah, okay, sorry. My bad. So, oh God. I have this notepad, right, on Steam, the overlay.
Yep.
And like, every time I start the game, I'm like, where was I? Oh yeah, I gotta make new gear. I gotta go get aluminum. I gotta set up my vending machine. I remade my base. This is exciting, I know. Because the first base I made was like very square, blocky, like a house, whatever. And then I was like, I need to start over. I need to make a new base. And so what I did was I made it the way I do in Rust, which is a series of triangles to make like a hexagon, right? Because the points of the triangle are the center of the base. And so you make like a hexagon type shape, and then you put a square slab extending from each of those triangle bases and use triangles to fill those in. So you end up with a nice round shape, right? And it's very cool. It's very fluid. The building mechanic on the roofs is not very good, but I digress. Anyway, and then I made some corridors off of that round shape, and those are my auxiliary rooms. One is my bedroom / kitchen, and one is the storage place for all the Pokemon type things that I got. And of course, each Pokemon thing needs different stuff. So this one wants flowers nearby. This one needs to be powered in its containment tank, etc., etc. They each need different color lights. So I got the green light over this one. I got the red light over these two. It's all very lovely. And of course, in order to plant flowers inside, you need grow lights. So I had to put a little, thing over it and with the grow light. And so there's like purple grow lights, and then there's the green light. It's all very beautiful. Trust me.
It sounds like you're growing weed.
It is kind of like, I'm growing a plant. And it's
a
plant that makes these.
Hell?
It's a plant that makes these Pokemon very happy. So it is some kind of weed, I suppose. But I'm also growing beets out in the yard because if you grow beets, you can get sugar. If you get sugar, you can make sanity gummies. Because one of the things in this game is when you go fight the monsters, you can go insane a little bit. And so your health bar gets taken over by your insanity. And so you need to pop these sanity gummies once in a while to recover your sanity. And they're a valuable resource because it's kind of hard to find beets, and not everybody wants to spend the time growing beets and making the gummies. So there's a vending machine. I've been growing beets, getting the sugar from the beets, making gummies, selling the gummies. And so I'm making a profit in this game. That's right.
It sounds like that. What it really sounds like, and I think you're in denial here, that actually
sounds ridiculous. Is what it sounds like.
Let me talk. Hold on. It sounds like that the character that you're playing is constantly high, right?
Yeah.
And the insanity meter is actually the come down meter.
It
and
is.
then you make.
Yeah, man, you're harshing my buzz, monster.
You need to grow weed, make some edibles. and
Yeah,
get high
dude.
again. And
It
that
does sound like that, doesn't it?
that sort of explains
And
the
then
bus
you could
with
go
feet,
hang out
doesn't
with
it,
the
and
bus with the
legs.
arms. Yeah, dude.
That would also explain the weird butterfly things in his tank because he's just hallucinating all that. shit.
It would
Wasn't
also
like an
explain the
acid
fact
trip.
that isn't this game about shooting things, Duke? No, it's about growing beets.
Yeah, that's
and
what I mean.
making
It just
gummies.
sounds ridiculous
I
what you're
think
saying.
what your character is actually doing, he's just sort of like jumping around his own bedroom like he's like a 14-year-old kid. He's like, Mom, there's zombies
Look
everywhere.
look at my containment tanks. It's like a fish. I do have a fish tank, by the way. I put a koi carp in
You
it.
see,
It's beautiful.
You see, I was interested last week when you were talking about it. I was like, that sounds pretty cool. These enemies look interesting. You know, they're all unique and weird televisions with legs.
Well,
and
I got
shit.
more to say about the monsters.
But-
Don't worry.
Well,
Yeah.
the more you're talking about it this week, the less I'm interested. The more
Well,
I'm
but you don't
like,
have to. You don't have to do what I do in the
I'm
game. That's
fucking growing
the beauty of the
beets
game. You don't have to
and,
grow beets.
putting lights
It's
on
totally
shit.
optional. It's totally optional. The thing I didn't realize about my base is that there's these two wolves that spawn constantly right out the front. So I leave the house, and as soon as I step outside, these wolves are trying to eat my face, and I'm just like, ah. So I've got to the point where I step outside, I'm ready with the gun when the wolves show up.
Serves you
'cause they're
right. That's what
always
it's like.
there.
That's what it's like outside my house. When you move into a bad
I mean,
area.
that's why they call
Yeah.
it Wolverhampton.
yeah, yeah. When you move in a bad area, it's just that's just the way it's going to be.
Yeah, no doubt.
That's what you got to expect.
However,
man.
the good news is I have a lot of rawhide, which is also in high demand. So I can sell that in my vending machine as well. Yeah, I mean the gameplay
wow.
loop is so good. In fact, the gameplay loop is so satisfying. I was doing a mission just to clear the mission log. I'm a stickler for clearing my mission log. And by the way, it's clear. I have the main story mission right now is the only thing left in this zone. It's so satisfying to just have the one mission on your mission quest log. So I was driving to go do a mission, and this woman's like, wait, can you help me, please? And I was like, God damn it, because it just puts the mission in the quest log right away. And I was like, no, not another mission. But I was like, you know what? I'm feeling generous. I'll help this lady. And you help this lady. She's like, there's these kids in this school. Please bring them these supplies. I can't go back there. Tell them I'm sorry. And you're like, don't worry. I will deliver the things. And you deliver the things, and there's no kids around. And you're like, what the fuck? This picture in the school, the kids, they look familiar. Wait a minute. What's going on here? You go back to the city, Myers Market, where you started from. The woman that gives you the mayor of that town, it was her when she was like 10 years old. She's like, that woman has been dead for 20 years.
So wait a minute.
I was a little
What-
late hitting the button.
So what you're saying is a ghost gave you a
Yes.
I'm sorry,
Yes,
dude.
the ghost
I'm sorry.
lady gave me the mission.
I'm sorry, but like, she's been dead for 20 years. Is the latest twist?
It's a brilliant new
it is.
twist on a
No.
story.
Yeah, it is.
Her name was Bruce Willis. So anyway, I continue to love this game.
You see, this is the
It's so
thing,
much
Chinny,
fun.
right? If he doesn't like the game, he will shit all over the story if it's ridiculous.
Hey,
right?
no, I just
Wait,
admitted that it's
let
stupid.
me finish. Let me finish. But if he loves the game and the story is fucking ridiculous, he'll love the story. I'm just saying this.
No,
is
I
how it
didn't say I
feels.
love the story. I just made fun of it. Right?
You did. You did.
I think I did.
You did.
Yeah, okay. Just making sure. Anyway, the point is this story is most of the stories in this game are stupid. Occasionally there's a kind of interesting story about I'm trying to think of an interesting story. Yeah, there's these there's these containment zones, which are basically dungeons, and the story mechanic is there's this guy named Mr. TV or something, and he's got a TV for a face, and he tells you the stories about like this person killed 17 children, and one of the mothers of one of the children wants you to get revenge, and you're like basically deputized to go in and deal with this person, and so you go into this dungeon and you fight a bunch of monsters and you kill the person, and sometimes there's an interesting story in one of those. And it's a smart way of doing it because you don't have to build a new external area to go into. It's just this little hut that you always walk into, and then it teleports you to this dungeon that you go into. So it's a smart way of doing it. The stories generally aren't really all that great, but whatever. I'm playing it for the gameplay, and the gameplay is so.
So this
You're loving growing your shit.
Is this
and
your
walking around with supplies.
Is this your favorite tree puncher game ever?
Yeah.
I mean, it's hard to say that anything is better than Minecraft because Minecraft is the OG and Minecraft has so many possibilities. But I do love the survival. I mean, again, the beauty of this game is not really the survival crafting mechanics because those are fine, but they're nothing revolutionary. It's the fact that they've blended those in a sensible way, giving us just enough and the different tiers to keep moving up. Combining that with the building mechanics, which are good, and the variety of things to do, and the really good gunplay and the gear scaling and all of it. Like, it all just comes together very well.
Very cool. Very
Oh,
cool.
well,
Yes.
I am glad you're liking it. I'm glad you're liking
Loving it.
it.
And it's
now-
free. If anybody hasn't tried it, it's free. Give it a shot.
I'm going to talk about a good RPG, so something that's actually
Oh,
great.
Stu, that's not very nice.
So yeah, in the last Steam sale, I bought The Witcher 3 for £2. It was about £2.40.
But Stu, you've already played The Witcher 3.
I played this a long. Do you know it's nearly
9 years ago.
does it hold up? It's fucking nearly does it hold up? It's
2015
9
this
years.
came out, yeah.
Yeah, 9 years old. And I haven't played it since. To be fair, I've only ever played it once. I've only played it through once, and that's a long, long time ago now. And it was, let's be honest,
It's a lesbian
glitchy-
game. So, oh, sorry. Let's be honest.
glitchy-
Right. Sorry.
let's be honest, it was glitchy as shit.
Yeah.
When I played it the first time because it was brand new. So I'm playing it in its sort of most advanced state now. You know, it's been fucking up-res, remastered. Fuck knows, it's had all this shit done to it.
Yeah.
And I thought, I'll see, does it hold up? Does it hold up? Since we're not doing it, does it hold up? I'm like, does it hold up?
We could have done a Does It Hold Up, but I don't know if I want to play The Witcher 3 yet because I played it
No, no.
in 2018. So I
Yeah,
was a little
yeah.
bit
No,
late.
no, that's fine. It's 9 years, isn't it? So it's not quite there. It's not quite there. But it does look great. Do you know the one thing I will say though? God, it's slow at the beginning.
It's a slow game, yeah.
It's so
because
slow. I've forgotten how
one of
slow
your,
the beginning is.
This is one of your favourite games ever, isn't it? It's up there.
All
isn't it?
time, all time, yeah.
You got
yeah.
like Half-Life 2, this, Portal 2.
Yeah.
That's up there for you. Some other bollocks that I can't remember. But like
Yeah,
this
I've
is
got
up
a lot
there
of
for
games
you,
on
isn't
it.
it? This is like
Deadly Premonition.
Sure, like I said, other bollocks that I choose not to remember.
Yeah.
This is up there for you, isn't it? This is
Oh,
like,
massively. I mean, I played the shit. I mean, I played this, well, the main game for probably at least 100 hours close to.
And remember,
And
I
then-
played this and I played Skyrim very, very close together, but just to shut
Yeah.
you two up, so I could decide which
Yeah,
one was
yeah,
better.
yeah, which was
and
the
I think,
best.
and I think I
And you
decided.
settled it, and we never had to go back to
I
it.
think I actually decided that they were both pretty amazing. So I don't think I really.
No, I don't think you
you made a
chose in
decision.
here. I think you just
no,
gave
they're
them
both
both
they're
kudos.
both like absolutely
Kudos.
brilliant. So yeah.
So
And they
yeah,
provide
I've-
different things in different proportions.
Oh yeah,
It-
definitely.
It does a good job of scaling the combat at the beginning, though, I think, as well. It does a good job of, like, because the first thing I'd forgotten, well, I hadn't forgotten, but as soon as I was doing it, it's like, oh, I remember this. You fight a griffin, don't you? So you go to the dude, because you want to find out where Triss is, and he's like, oh, I know where she is, but I'm only going to tell you if you do a job for me first. So he's like, oh, you got to do some shit for me before you're going to find out where Marigold is. Don't you fucking worry. So you go to this fort, meet with a dude, and he's like, yeah, you've got to kill a griffin. He's killed some of my men. But then it turns out his men were twats because they like killed, they killed the female griffin and smashed all the griffin eggs. And then obviously the male griffin's not too happy about that shit. So it's even at the very beginning of the game, there's some grey areas. Because this griffin at the time, like before they did all that shit, wasn't really bothering anyone very much.
Yeah.
You know, but then the soldiers attacked it and then it went on a rampage. And it's like, well, does he deserve to die because of some dickheads attacking
Which is
him?
exactly what you thought about the rats in your shed
Exactly.
and the spiders.
Exactly. Even the one carrying his hemorrhoid egg sac.
Bless.
So, yeah, I think even at the beginning, it's sort of showing you where it is. You know what I mean? What this story's going to be like. And I like that.
Yeah, yeah.
I kind of like that.
Good stuff.
But it was a decent battle. But even then, you feel like, oh shit! And it's giving you all this. Oh, you need to get some oil, and you need to do this, and you need to do that. Then you've got to prepare and all this stuff. And I'm like, shit. Do I have to do that? I can't remember. I didn't do any of that bollocks, and it was fine. Do you know what I mean? It wasn't that hard a battle. It was fairly straightforward.
Bosh.
But yeah, I've already done a few side missions. I can't remember what I did in the first
So
time.
what's your plan with this then? Are you going to finish it?
I think so. I'm on it. I'm in it. I've already played quite a bit.
Mental.
It's quite a bit. But
It's a great game. There's no doubt about it.
yeah, I was just like, I don't know what made me pick it up. I was like, I've never owned it on any. I only played it on the PS3. I've never owned it on PC, and it's so cheap.
Was it the PS3?
Does it work on the
PS4.
Steam Deck?
Fine on the Steam Deck.
PS4, I think it was too.
Oh yeah, PS4. Yeah,
PS4.
PS4.
Yeah.
PS4. I've only ever played it on the. I'm getting mixed up with Skyrim because I played that one when it was a PS3.
Yeah, Skyrim.
Yeah, so I've only ever played it on there. I've never played it anywhere else. I've only played it once, and it's so good.
Oh yeah,
It really.
I do plan to go back to the Red Deads and the GTA's and someday.
Yeah, and it still looks as great. I mean, it still looks amazing, but I know they've done a lot of tweaking since I played it.
I think they changed the whole UI as well, the whole interface.
Yeah,
has
yeah.
changed.
Do you know what? I am actually a little bit confused because I was so used to everything being clumped together, and now it's all nicely separated and
Well,
a lot more user friendly.
I think when I played it, I played the newer version, like the new UI and stuff. So it all worked really well. But it's the kind of game that you've got to keep playing. Because if you sort of take a 6-month break or a year break, you're like, I don't know what the fuck's going on anymore. Like,
I don't know who these people are. I don't know
Well,
where
it was
this
weird.
place
He
is.
said, "Do you want the tutorial?" And I'm like, I think I'm kind of better at
Yeah,
because
you
it's
do.
so
so long ago.
Oh,
I
it's
mean,
almost a bit much. It's like every time you go into a menu, something pops up and it
That's
goes,
it,
"Ah,
yeah.
this is for this and this is for this," and
I
I'm
re-
like,
I
don't
re-
need all of that.
I remember playing the DLC for Ghost of Tsushima, and it was only like 2 years later after I'd finished the game, and it was I just didn't remember anything. I just, it's gone.
I've still got that, by the way, still in a sealed wrapper.
You should fucking play that shit.
I know.
No, he's going back to play The Witcher 3
Yeah,
again.
fuck The Witcher 3 off.
What do you mean? It's come out on PC and runs fine on the Steam Deck now. Ghost of
Play it
Tsushima.
on that
That's
then.
how...
I don't care how you play it.
I know. But I've got it.
Play it.
I've got
It's
it.
one of the best games of
Play
the
it.
last
I
5
know,
years.
I
2020
know,
that
just-
came out. It's 4 years
Just
old.
play it. Just
I
play
know.
it.
I know. I'm just mad. I'm mad. I have
You
this
are
game. Never played it.
mental. Watch out for
I
my
know.
mate Stu. He's mental.
I am mental.
Yeah, very cool. No, I'm glad you're enjoying it. It is slow. But
Yeah,
it's
it is like a comfy pair of slippers. You know, like going like. Even the bit at the beginning with Siri when she's a kid and you've got to chase around. And,
Oh, yeah.
and it's such a great way of doing a tutorial, by the way, because it doesn't feel like you're doing one, even though you are clearly doing one.
Yeah.
And I quite like that. I think this game probably has one of the best tutorials at the beginning of the game out of any.
I don't know. Running around and trying to escape from a dragon is a pretty cool tutorial, I must say.
Well, there's that as well. No, I'm not disagreeing with you there. Again, I think that's another good example of how tutorials should be done. They should just be built into
Agreed.
the story and
Agreed.
almost like feel like you're just playing the game. And that's exactly what this does.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Cool.
thumbs up for The Witcher 3.
Massive, of course.
Of course.
Huge thumbs
Of
up.
course.
Huge
Yeah.
thumbs up.
Okay, Chinny, what do you got?
Well, I've already talked about Breath of the Wild, but I will talk about it a little bit more. I'm playing
Yes.
The Legend of Zelda: Breath of the Wild, and something has happened this week, and I don't know if these things sneak up on you. I feel like when these things happen, but I am consumed. I'm obsessed now.
It's
Oh.
once you're in,
I
you're
mean,
in.
Like, because
Yeah.
I played it in 2018 for about 20 hours. I did one of the Divine Beasts, but now I've been playing it for about month and a half, 2 months or so. I can't remember. And I did the second Divine Beast, but something happened this week. I don't know what it was, but I sort of figured everything out. I'm like, now I know.
clicked.
Yeah, it all clicked together, and like now I know how
Nice.
to upgrade my armor, and
Yeah.
now I know how to make my inventory bigger, which is basic because those Korok seeds that you come across. I'm like,
Yeah.
I don't give a fuck about these Korok seeds. I ain't
Oh, no, you need those. They're massively
and
important.
then the guy goes, "Oh, if you give me a bunch of Korok seeds, I'll make your inventory." I'm like, "Oh my god, I want to collect them all now." And there is 900 of them, so I won't be collecting them all. And I'm just
Not with that attitude.
I've got little markers where certain food grows, so I know where chili grows, so I can if I need to like resist the cold, I can do that. And there was this one shrine which was a pain in the arse. So that not all shrines are just there for the taking. Some of them that you have to do some work for. And there's one shrine that you can only unlock when there's a blood moon, and a blood moon happens every now and again. The real reason why it happens is that the game resets its its
so
memory.
all the enemies come back.
So all the enemies that you've killed come back, and it's just a way of resetting the memory so it doesn't crash. So a blood moon happens, and when a blood moon happens, you've got to stand on a certain spot and take all your armor off. So you've got to like sort of expose yourself to the moon, and it's a
Gotta get naked.
It's a bastard of a thing to do because you don't know when it's going to occur, and but the only way you get a slight inkling is there's a random guy at one of the ranches at Dueling Peaks Ranch. I even know the name of it, right? And he hangs around there, but I even know what time he hangs around
Waiting
there.
for you to get naked.
No, he, from 12 o'clock in the afternoon till about 6 o'clock in the afternoon, he's there. So I go there and I go, "What's going on the moon, you stupid prick?" And he goes, and he has to say, "I've got a funny feeling something's going to happen tonight. I've got a funny feeling. What do you come in my tent and have the funny?" No, we've already dodged one pedo game. We don't need another pedo game, right? So anyway, he'll say, "I've got a funny feeling," and then that means there's a blood moon. So I just, as soon as he said it, right, I was like, "Fuck, drop everything," right? I ran to this fucking shrine. Well, I spawned close to it, but you still got to like go quite a distance because there isn't a spawn near it. And I just took everything off, and I stood on it, and I just put the fucking switch down. I was like, right, he's just gonna wait there, and it didn't take.
Go.
I just went on my phone waiting for the fucking thing to go, and like it turns out I would have had loads of time because it took ages for the sort of blood moon to sort of fade away.
So you got naked and then you literally just stood waiting.
Stood there, and it unlocked, and I did the thing.
I'm here.
Yes.
I'm naked. It's a blood moon. Let's make it happen,
I've
people.
been obsessed with like collecting little Korok seeds and shrines, and I'm just, I'm looking at interactive maps. I'm doing this. There's a quest in Kurito Village, like the sort of the main village, the first big village you come across, for another secret shrine there. And I'm like, so I'm beneath the surface of this game now. Do you know what I mean? Like I've scratched the surface. I'm like, oh yeah, I sort of get it. But now I'm sort of deep in the weeds. I'm looking
Now
at how
you're
you get
down in it.
this, how you get this, how you get. Like I'm starting to get the game, and I am.
As Trent
obsessed.
Reznor said, you were up above it, and now you're down in it.
Thank you, Trent. You said the thing that I said. So, I always knew that Zelda Breath of the Wild was a great game, but now I'm immersed in it. I'm surrounded in it. I'm swimming in it. It is a fantastic Zelda game.
Whoops.
It's a fantastic Zelda game. It's one of the best Zelda games I've played, and Ocarina of Time is my absolute number one. So loving.
Do you know what's interesting? Like you, I played and finished this game, and I absolutely loved it. I played it for hours and hours and hours, and just.
I've only done 2 Divine Beasts, so I'm far away from finishing it.
Yeah, but I mean, you'll get there, and you'll get the thingy
thanks,
sword.
Stu. That's nice of you.
Whatever it is.
Don't worry. Take it from a vet. You'll get there.
What is it? The one sword or whatever it's called?
Master Sword.
Master Sword. You'll get that eventually. That doesn't take a lot of doing once you know what
you need the hearts.
You need a lot of hearts. I
of
spent ages obtaining hearts just to get it. And it is great when you do. But Tears of the Kingdom, I got this on Switch before I got rid of my Switch.
Yeah.
I feel like the issue I had with Tears of the Kingdom, as great as that sequel is, there was just too much stuff. It almost became overwhelming, all the stuff you had to think about, because it was like with this, I think it got the balance bang on between interesting, creative gameplay and sort of fun. Whereas I feel like Tears of the Kingdom, I know fucking everyone's going to be going, oh, it's the best game ever made, best Zelda game ever, what's fucking wrong with you? It was just too much for my old brain. I'm just like, I can't take, there's too much to try and take in. Can't take it all in. It's fucking.
And it was too sexy for you.
It's too sexy. It's too sexy, man. And I think that was the problem. I'd played it for quite a bit, and then I got down to the main world, and I was just like, I don't know whether I feel like I want to play this anymore. I'm not invested with this. With Tears of the Kingdom. I was
Breath of the Wild.
Breath of the Wild. I was invested once I got off the plateau. I was in.
He was in.
I was in with Tears of the Kingdom. I just couldn't get into it in the same way.
No. The problem is I've been getting, because I've been looking at Zelda things on YouTube and stuff, and TikTok somehow has found out that I like Zelda now. I don't know. Thanks, China. Like I get some stuff on my For You page about just Zelda clips of Tears of the Kingdom, right? And it's like crazy contraptions that they've made.
Yeah.
And I look at it and I go, oh my God, that looks amazing. Like, it just looks phenomenal.
It does. And it is, but God, it's just like, nah, it's too complicated.
No, I think
work
I'll enjoy
required
it.
to make it happen is.
Yeah, I think you'll love it.
I think I'll enjoy it. I do like making stuff like that. So, but anyway, Breath of the Wild. I know I'm late to the party. I know it was 2017. I think it came out. So I'm 7 years late. But what a game!
What a game!
They find things when they find them.
Absolutely,
if
Love
it's good,
it.
it's good.
So 2 Divine Beasts. I've done most of the north of the map. I've unlocked it in terms of towers. It's the southern part of the map I haven't done a lot of. I've never been down there. I've never been to a hot area in the map. I've not dealt with any lizards. The flying lizards. I haven't sorted those out.
The hot area is a bugger because you've got to run between shade all the time. So you spend half your time just trying to keep in the shade.
Yeah. So, but I'm still haven't really explored a lot of the cold area. So there's plenty of shrines there. And by the way, I'm very happy to cheat now. When I say cheat, I mean look up
stuff online.
So what I've done.
See, that's not really cheating.
No, what I've done, because it doesn't stop me enjoying the game at all. Like I love it, right? So what I've done, I looked at where all the shrines are, and I put little markers on the map because you can put little markers on the map. I'm like, well, that's where all the markers are, and I can just look. I can just go find them, right?
Yeah,
I look at where all the Korok seeds are, and I find them, and I click the little. You can click it to find out what you have to do. It's like pick up a rock, and I'm like, all right, fine. I know you got to pick up a rock. Sometimes I get there and I try and work it out myself, but most of the time I'm just like, just tell me what it is. But I still love it. I still enjoy the process of just collecting them all.
The actual mechanics of doing it.
See, Feng Shui. Years and years ago, when Oblivion came out, you got like a map with the game and like an unfolding map that you got in obviously in the game case. And he literally, I mean, this was before. I mean, I guess people were doing guides and stuff back in 2006. Was that came out?
Something like that.
6, I think.
But not by the same amount. And he made his own. So when I started playing it, he's like, "Oh, Stu, I've got a map here with everything on it." And he literally
he had drawn
put
in all
symbols
the
of with his key.
Yes.
This is this. This is this.
Many times. And you'll hear it again.
Yeah, but it is amazing that back in the day. People did stuff like that because that's how you did it, wasn't it? Before you had a real, like
internet.
interactive, internet. Before the internet was properly.
It's the internet now is that somebody always does it for free. It's fantastic.
That's true.
And it's not just like there was an intermediary part where Kotaku or IGN or whatever had a walkthrough. And this is before everybody had their video walkthroughs. So it was like screenshots. And they would be like, just go down the hall and then turn left. And you're just like, which hall? It could be really confusing to just go based on screenshots. So when YouTube came along and people were uploading the videos of it, that was a big help. But you'd have to like watch the video and maybe they were going about it a slightly different way. Now there's one of these interactive maps for Once Human. It's such a nice thing to have like, it'll say like every area has a mystical crate and it's like the ultimate thing to, find. It'll have a marker where it is. I kind of like to just put a marker on my map and be like, it's in this part of the building. Like I don't have to know exactly where it is and how to get to it because that can still be part of the fun to figure out how to get to it. But I know where in general it is in the area. So I find it's a nice middle ground to have that interactive map. So, yeah.
Very good.
Yeah. Breath of the Wild. Anything else to say about it, Chinny?
Sorry, I'm mid-eating.
Yes.
It's amazing, isn't it, Mike? That's what you wanted to say.
I agree with you, Duke. It's just to have that map, and sometimes I do that. I click on it and I go, I know it's just generally here, but there was one Korok seed where the puzzle was you got 3 trees, and 2 of them have the same amount of apples on them, and then 1 doesn't. So I make the one look like the other 2.
Me.
And I'm like, I never would have fucking figured that out.
I don't want to spend 20 minutes counting the apples on his fucking tree.
Hello, Blake Gaylord in the chat. So most of them are Korok seeds. Are
Blake.
So most of the Korok seeds are like, throw this rock in this circle of rocks, dive into these circle of flowers.
I can put a rock in a circle of rocks.
Shoot this thing, do this thing. And you see it, and because a lot of them are similar, and you see it and you go, right, I know what I got to do here. I got to do this thing. Yeah. And then some of them are really sort of bizarre or whatever. So it's like, it's cool. Like it's just, I love it so much. I really feel like I've just got to grips with the game now. I'm just adore it. So Breath of the Wild.
Now you're in for real.
Yeah.
It is amazing. I mean, it is amazing the amount of creativity the people who make this game have. It's just like, just to come up with all that stuff.
They should
know,
They
compared
should
to
do it
any
for a
other
job.
game.
They should do it for a job.
They should do it for a job. It's amazing.
Mm.
Amazing.
Sucks that your weapons break.
Take this. Oh no.
Get over
Take
it.
this.
Get over it.
Oh.
No,
Right,
I will
Duke.
not get over it.
Jude,
Yes.
what else have you been playing?
I've been playing Gadzor.
I use Gadzor.
No.
Can I ask you a question?
played-
Have you played any Rocket League this week?
Yeah, a little bit. I
little
have
bit.
played a little bit. In fact, I have started getting my diamond wins for the season. If you get 10 diamond wins in a season, you get the diamond reward at the end of the season, and then you forget about it forever because they're always shit. But
Yeah, they are.
it's the principle of getting 10 diamond wins in a season to remind myself I am basically a diamond level player. So I got 2 of them. I want 8 more. We'll see. Anyway, I'm not ready to talk about that right now because there's nothing new to say about it. But there is
That's
something to
okay.
say about Chocolate Factory Simulator.
Oh, the Willy Wonka
Which-
game. The Willy Wonka game.
It's kind of a Willy Wonka game. Have you actually heard of this, or are you just saying Willy Wonka because
No,
it's a chocolate factory?
I've only heard of it because I've preloaded the video ahead of time. So.
So this is a chocolate making game that is also kind of steampunk, which is a weird combination, but it kind of works in terms of the aesthetics. It is first person. There's a lot more physicality than I expected, right? When I think about a chocolate making game, I don't think about like walking from room to room, picking up the bags of cocoa powder, but that's what you're doing. So you have this big book with all the recipes and the orders and the and so you get an order for a dark chocolate bar, and you have to measure the proportions, and there's math involved, right? So
boy.
at one point, because someone says, "Oh, I like pistachios, me," it should be
Fuck off. Get out.
a
Go to
third.
another shop.
It should be a third pistachios. So you have a 100 gram
Oh,
chocolate
boy.
bar that you're going to end up with. Yeah. So you have to
Wow.
figure out. Fortunately, the game does a lot of the proportions. So if you tell it, okay, I got 32 grams of pistachios, then the rest of the ingredients they have sliders for them. So all you have to do is do 100 minus 32, and then this is how much chocolate you're going to need. And so it tells you how much of the cocoa powder and sugar and, the rest of it. But it's still weird because, like, again, for such a long time, you haven't had to do those math calculations in games, right? We used to have to do them way back in the day. And then they said people don't want to do that shit. So they skipped it. And now they're like, people want to do that shit now. So they put it back in.
I've got a question. I've got a question.
Yes.
Why does Mr. Hawk look about, I don't know, 11, but has a mustache? That's what I want to know.
Mr. Hawk?
The little character dude who was on screen a minute ago asking for whatever he wanted you to make.
Oh, I don't know. You don't really look at the people who are
It
ordering your
looked
stuff
like he was
very
about
much.
10 years old, but had a mustache. It was weird.
I don't know. It's a weird game. It's a weird aesthetic. Like when you get done, you put it in a delivery thing, and then this balloon takes it up in the air, and then this big airship comes along and sucks up the delivery. It's really weird. It's like, why do you have that? It doesn't really make sense because you're in this building with this huge patio, and then like it's flying balloons and shit.
It
and
looks
it's
like
okay.
it looks like a chocolate making game in the universe of BioShock Infinite.
Yeah, it
Yeah,
kind
it
of
does.
is. It kind of is.
You're just a
And
bloke
again, that
making
physicality-
chocolate for all those
Right.
people on that.
While
planet.
all these people are shooting
Yeah, yeah.
people and blowing
Hey,
stuff up.
nothing to do with me.
I need
I'm just
chocolate.
making chocolate, nothing to do with
Yeah.
me.
But I mean, the process is very satisfying. You have to start up your furnace, putting coal in it, and then you have to, heat the chocolate and stir the chocolate when it gets to a certain temperature. Don't let it burn. You have a chocolate press that you pour the chocolate into, and then it presses the chocolate, and you get the chocolate bar, and then you put it in the wrapping station. And I guess after the prologue, you can choose different, color paper for the wrapping and whatnot. And it's all very step by step and very intricate. Once you do a few bars, you get into the rhythm of it, and it's like, all right, cool. And then it was like, all right, you've got the hang of it now. Get your reputation up to level 3. And I was like, fuck that shit. I'm done with this.
There you go. So it sounded like it started well, but ended badly.
I mean, it's not a bad game. I gave it a thumbs up on Steam, but it's just not for me. You know what I mean? Like it's well made, and I think that it will appeal to a lot of people. I just reached a point with it where I'm like, all right, I'm going to make another chocolate bar now. I think I'm good. I'm going to go back to once human and make jellies and beets and
I feel like I've come to a realization this show watching all
go
this stuff.
on.
I just too old for complicated games. I'm just looking at this and thinking, why would I want to play this? It
But
looks
see, that's
like
funny because you're a
work.
chef. You know this process. Maybe it's too
but-
close to your working world.
Well, no, I don't think it is that. I think because the trouble is with being a chef, you know, you cook a load of stuff, but it's already built in. I don't have to learn new stuff. Does that kind of make sense?
Yeah, no, that's
But
fine.
I don't weigh. I do weigh stuff. I suppose if I'm baking cakes and stuff like that, you have to weigh it out. But most stuff you're just guessing. Do you know what I mean? You don't weigh stuff. You don't
Hey,
weigh it out
cooking-
much flour you
cooking
use to
is a
make
vibe. Well,
if you're selling stuff, you don't
want
wanna be guessing.
Or, do you know what I mean?
Cooking
Unless
is
you're
a
some
vibe, Stu.
pretentious,
Cooking's a vibe.
unless you're some pretentious twat who thinks like, you know, oh, these have got to be exactly 1 millimeter by 1 millimeter because the punter will be able to
Well,
1.1.
And in this game, people are giving
1.2
special
millimeters.
orders for chocolate, and you don't want to mess them around with guessing. I think I got the right number of
No,
pistachios.
but you know what I mean.
and
I look at modern cookery now, and I look at these fucking pretentious restaurants, and I'm just like,
I think this is not about the game anymore. Go on.
You're just a bunch of twats. You're just
Yes.
all this fucking. Oh, it's gonna
I
be.
do get the sense
this-
that Guy
I've got to have
Fieri
some
and Gordon Ramsay are kind of twat-like.
foam. We've got to have foam on it now, and an emulsion, and
Yes.
what was it? Splat. There was something on the. We were watching MasterChef this year, and there was a new thing. I can't remember what. Fucking. Oh yeah, split sauces. This is a new thing, right? One time you get fucking whacked round the head by the head chef if you split a sauce, right? Now it's fashionable to have a split with fucking hazelnut oil or some shit, and I'm like, what the fuck? We used to
Well, it's
get
like Parks and
battered for
Rec.
that.
In Parks and Rec, when they went to that new bar and they were like, "We have a vodka in the form of a flash of light." It's like, what?
Yeah.
It's true.
And this is a cream that we put on your hands. Like, what the fuck? Just
It's
give me
almost
whiskey in a
like
glass.
what's the next thing? I mean, at one time it
Yeah,
was
right. Well, that's the thing. They
sous
want to
vide.
stand
Everyone
out
was
by
fucking
being
sous
something
vide
weird.
everything, like boiling it in a water bath at a really low temperature. and it's
McDonald's,
just like,
McDonald's
the
had that
fuck are you
advert.
doing?
McDonald's had that
Sous vide?
advert where like
Sous vide.
that McDonald's was selling coffee, like you know those say, "Oh, we got good coffee," and the advert starts off with somebody in a coffee shop saying, "Oh, I can have a coffee," and the waiter brings him 3 different jars of different colours, and he's, "Oh, you mix it yourself." And he's like, "What the fuck is this?" And he was like, "McDonald's is just like we just make normal coffee." I thought it was a clever advert.
Yeah.
Very good, very good. Coffee,
Very good.
chocolate,
Yeah.
chocolate, coffee, chocolate.
Right.
Video games.
Yeah.
Not
so
for
I'm
you.
not really sure why the physicality in this game kind of bugs me because I love it in Far Cry, right? The idea of, moving around through things, climbing in windows and
I
things.
think it's because
In
you're
this
shooting
game, I'm just
people in the
like,
face in that game.
It could be. I think that is a big
and you're
boost
you're
to
not
the
doing
likability
that
of it.
in the chocolate game.
Not
No,
as
you're
much.
definitely not doing
yeah.
that in the
Maybe you
chocolate
could
game.
A lot
throw-
less shooting people in the face.
You could throw hot chocolate in someone's face. That would be maybe that's.
I don't think you can, but that would be fun.
Would be fun.
You know, just going back to pretentious chefs, right? I think it.
He's
I think
Googled,
it
not
became.
he's Googled
he's got
something.
more to say.
He's
No,
Googled
no.
something.
I just thought of something, right?
Right, okay.
I think it got to a pinnacle with me, right? Where this guy's presentation of his sauce, he would put the sauce in the middle of his plate and then slap a spoon in it to splat it. Right. So it would
Yeah.
splat like some sort of fucking
Yeah.
piece of modern art.
It's a
on the
new,
plate.
Art Nouveau.
Yeah, whatever. And then he put all his shit in the middle and what have you.
Mhm.
And the trainee chef, he was showing them how to do it. And they did it, and it looked almost the same. And he was like, "Oh, you've not quite got that right. You need to do it again." And I was like, "What the
You
fuck?
smushed
It's
the
a-
bread.
it's
Try
a
it again,
friggin-
Rosa.
It's a friggin' splat. What's the matter with you?"
Yeah.
Yep.
Well,
I
that
was
sounds like a splat from a Pratt.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
just saying.
Right. Anyway, Chocolate Factory Simulator.
Yeah,
is
how was the
fun.
game?
It's fine. It's not my kind of jam, but if you want something kind of chill, the prologue is free, so give it a try. Maybe you'll like it. Maybe you'll put the game on your wish list. I didn't.
There you go. Well,
There you go.
I've got another Does It Hold Up game. Does it hold up? Does it?
Go on.
This originally came out in 2010, so it's 14
Oh my God.
years
Why
old.
the walk down memory lane?
14 years old. But
Very
it
good.
only
Very
came.
good bit.
That's
it
for 30
only-
Rock.
Yeah, it is. It only came out on Steam, so it was originally a Nintendo exclusive. I'm not sure what it was on to begin with. What was that in
Okay.
2010?
DS
Was
probably.
it DS?
Yeah.
Probably DS.
DS probably. Yeah.
Yeah,
It originally came out on DS. It's always been on Nintendo, and then they did a Steam version. So that came out. I think it was this year. May well have been this
Right.
year. But it was on sale, so I'm like, I'm gonna buy this
It
because
was
I
on
bought this
sale,
in,
so I'll just buy a bad game.
bought it in Steam sale.
No, it's not a bad game.
So this, for me, right, and I've been playing a lot of visual novels lately. So I've been playing
Yes.
tons of visual novels. This, for me, is the best combination of visual novel and gameplay I've ever played. I played the demo for
since
this.
most visual novels don't have any gameplay.
Oh, this
that
has
is
a
at
lot of
stretch,
gameplay.
like- well, right. I'm saying like, compared to most other visual novels, which have zero.
So, and it's a great story. The story, superb. I mean, this is top A-rated story.
I'll be the judge of that.
So just to give you the story, this is the story, Duke. This is the story.
Go.
So the game begins with your body slumped and you're dead.
Oh no.
So you're dead, but you're a ghost. So that's the kind of premise of this game.
I got you.
And the way the game operates, so you can move around in inanimate objects in the scenes in the game. And then you've got to solve a shit ton of puzzles. So it's all about puzzle solving. But it's also about saving the lives of other people. So if other people get killed, you've got a window of opportunity to turn. You can turn back time 4 minutes every time someone dies.
Okay.
So you have 4 minutes to watch what. So initially you watch what happens to them.
Yeah.
And then you have 4 minutes to change their fates by changing stuff in the scene.
And then Marty McFly never gets born.
Exactly. So that's kind of what
change
this
the
is.
past, man.
It's fucking brilliant. Like the creativity in the way it works is just, it's off the charts, man. It's one of those puzzle games. I've not looked at the walkthrough yet, so that's a great sign. But I've also felt those great eureka moments. You know, when you're like, I know what I've got to do.
Yeah.
And it's brilliant because it's challenging enough that you feel like you've got to really think about what you've got to do, but it's also done in such
make you spend 20 minutes and break your head open. Yeah, sure.
Correct. And there is a demo. Like, I urge you both to play. There's a demo for this on Steam. I urge Duke to play it because Chinny probably won't. But I urge you just to play the demo, just to see, because honestly,
just to defend you, Stu. The reviews for this are very, very high. OneUp.com, remember them? They gave it an A.
I do.
No one gives letter ratings anymore. Destructoid gave 8.5. Eurogamer gave it 8. Famitsu, which is a score out of 40, 4 different independent reviewers, they gave it a 34, which is pretty high. GameSpot 9 out of 10, 8.5 out of 10, 9 out of 10, 92 out of 100, 4.5 stars. So very highly rated. Good graphics.
And meanwhile,
nice.
when Stu said the story is incredible, I was curious to see how the story is described on the Wikipedia page.
Oh, boy.
The first sentence says, at 7:02 p.m., an amnesiac spirit, for fuck's sake, again with the amnesia.
Whoa. I actually give it a pass for this because he's dead. The guy's dead, so he probably doesn't remember.
If I'm dead and I have amnesia, fuck that shit, man. You're in heaven. Who am I? What's heaven? Like, what's going on? Who are you?
But can we just say Memento, one of the best movies ever
Yeah, Memento's done it. Let's move on.
Is an amnesia.
No other story is going to be that good when it comes to amnesia.
But that's what this story is about. So you're dead, and the whole thing with the story is to find out why you died. So
it's the Futurama thing. If what I say is going to give you all an episode of explosive amnesia.
Why did you get killed?
The person who killed me was.
So I'm kind of fine with that because that's the premise of the story is to find out why you got killed. If you could remember,
whoever's directing this is a master of suspense. I mean, look, I should try it. Maybe I will. I'm not going to say I won't.
But there's a dude. Can you just say there's a dude on screen and he is the main detective dances like Michael Jackson. Don't know why.
I see that. Here's the thing, Stu. Let me ask you a question. Are you sure you want me to play this? Because you know how I am if I don't like a thing. I don't pull punches. I'm not going to be nice for the sake of being nice. So there's a chance I could play it and start tearing into it.
Do
you really need that?
Can I just say, I think like Neon White, you'll probably hate the story. but I think you'll appreciate the puzzle gameplay. I think you'll appreciate the gameplay.
And maybe I will, but we know how the sum total what ended up with Neon White. Are you sure you want me raining on your
look,
parade?
I'm okay if you like the gameplay and don't like the story.
all
I'm
right.
okay with it.
I will try it. I am gonna download the demo. I'm gonna start it, queuing it up right now.
This
on,
person,
you
on-
down-
Ghost Detective Anti-Climax. What's it called?
Ghost Detective, Ghost Trick Phantom Detective. It's actually
This
called.
person,
Okay.
this person on
Turning
screen,
tricks with ghosts.
this person on screen that who's dancing every time he moves would be really bad in a fire, wouldn't he?
Yeah, well, it'd take him ages to get out,
Took him
wouldn't
ages
it?
to get out.
Ages. Yes, I don't think I even mentioned the name of the game at the beginning, did I? Ghost Trick
Ghost
Phantom
Trick
Detective.
Phantom.
That's
Turning
one of the
tricks with
things I-
Phantom Menace.
But it's great. I've played loads of this week. I just
Alright.
keep playing.
I
it.
will try it for next week.
And I still need to play my second. I thought, do you know what I thought? I'll play this and take a break from until then, and then I'll play my second playthrough of that game.
Originally released to the DS family of systems. So,
Yeah, I thought it was. I
Yes.
thought it was DS.
Yes, DS.
Yes, DS.
But it is
Yes,
weird. Can we
Queen.
just say it is Japanese, so there is a lot of weird stuff going on.
Also, it was released
Sure.
on the mobile.
But no
mobile
paedophiles.
phone.
No paedophiles.
Don't
Well, not
say,
that you've
don't
seen
say
yet.
too soon.
Oh, I haven't seen any yet.
Because when you played Phoenix
Alright.
Wright, there was a bit of a pedo moment in that as well. So
Yeah, there was.
You never know.
Not seen it yet.
The
though, at
Veteran
the
Gamers
moment.
podcast is not for children.
There you go. Yeah.
Oh, I was going to
There
say
you
it's
go.
not for paedophiles. then.
It's not, well, it's also not for pedophiles. We don't
I
want
thought
any
you-
pedophiles
I
tuning
thought he
in.
was going to stop playing it and go pedophiles.
But that's one reason why we're not for kids. The more kids you have around, the more likely you are to attract pedophiles.
There's going to be a paedophile listening going, oh, I've been listening for 10
Oh
years.
man, I was
Yeah.
gonna write in and tell them how much I love the show. I guess I
Yeah.
won't bother now. I'll just go back to
Fine.
grooming children for horrible crimes. All right. Anything else about Ghost Tricks?
No, it's
Oh,
brilliant.
I said the right name this time. Dang it! I wanted to make a joke and instead I
Yeah,
said the
you
name.
did. That's because you secretly you want to play it. I know what this
Is that what that means? I didn't realize.
That's what it means psychologically.
Alright.
That's what it
Well,
is.
You
Stu,
got
I-
me.
Stu, you know
Oh,
what?
no,
With this
no,
game,
no.
you've convinced me that
Can
I'm
we say-
never going to play it ever. This is fucking
No, you've got to read a lot, and that's just not for you.
awesome. Not for me.
You can skip the
Not for
cutscenes
you.
though. You can
Couldn't
skip
give a
if you like.
fuck.
Yeah, but then you won't know what's going on.
Yeah, but Ginny wouldn't care. He'd just want to do the puzzle stuff.
Yeah, well.
Saying.
All right. Anybody else got any other games?
No, that's it for me. I'm
No.
a done.
I have been playing a lot of Solitaire and Mahjong Solitaire on the Microsoft Solitaire games.
Mahjong.
Yeah. All right. So what is it? Email then?
We've only got one this week. That
Aw.
was
Okay.
been a bit, you know.
Whoa, that ruled.
So I'm going to start by saying there's a sort of previous email to this. So
Okay. It's a
Jason-
two-part thing.
It's a two-part thing. Jason sent an email saying, "Watch Brits try Texas ballpark food." Okay. And he sent me a link to a video of these two guys who must presumably travel around eating food because, you know, people make a
Okay.
living doing that. And they went to the Texas Rangers stadium
Okay.
to try out the barbecue food that they've got on offer at this place. Now,
Yes.
this is just fucking ridiculous. I have never in my life seen stuff like this. It's just unbelievable.
Okay.
The hot dogs were so big. It had almost like a little briefcase to carry it in. Made out of
You better
cardboard.
get a big hot dog. They're like $20 each, aren't they?
I
The
don't know how
prices in
much they were,
ballpark
but
are
it was
ridiculous.
literally about 2 feet long, 2 and a
Good.
bit feet long. It was unbelievably
Yeah,
massive.
It's
I'm
America.
like, what?
Yeah.
hell is
Everything's
that?
big.
They could get barbecue rib. Barbecue rib at a friggin'
They've got to compensate for their lack of sense of humour or personality.
Honestly, I've never seen food like it. And I was comparing this. We went a couple of times to watch the cricket last
yeah.
year. We went
Yeah,
to
yeah,
watch
yeah.
the 100 cricket at Old Trafford.
You went
So,
with
you know,
Millie,
quite-
didn't you? You went with Millie.
We went with Millie, quite a posh, you know, big,
Posh.
massive.
Old
cricket
Trafford?
ground.
You fucking
Well,
mad? Don't
kind
be
of.
silly. Old Trafford's
Anyway,
a shithole.
Anyway, here's the thing, though.
Sorry,
right?
Manchester United fans, but it is.
At this Texas freaking Rangers place, you could get anything. And this looked like good food. I mean, this looked dirty. So,
food.
giant hot dogs, massive things of nachos, not good, great portions of food, brisket. You know what I mean? Barbecue, brisket, sandwiches. You could get anything basically. You get all this stuff.
Yeah,
You get
sushi.
hot dogs,
Right.
real dogs, whatever you want.
Yeah, whatever you want.
Yeah.
At Old
Reservoir
Trafford,
Dogs.
it was a shit frozen burger. Right? They had
Yeah.
this like shitty burger place, so you can have burger or chips,
Nice.
or chips and the burger.
Mm.
Right?
Slow down.
And I don't remember much else. Everywhere was a bit shit. I think there might have been someone doing pizzas. And
Well,
that
that's the
was it.
thing is when you go to a sporting event, you don't need fancy food. I don't really get the idea behind like, I mean, I know what it is. It's upscaling the market. It's you're trying to go for the people who have money, and to hell with the people who just want to go and hang out for an afternoon. And you know, I like it when you go and you get, you know, you have your options are hot dog or hamburger. That's it. That's all you really need. You don't need to go
I
fancy.
don't know. I
food
don't know.
at
I
the
think I'd have preferred to
ballpark.
have had all this stuff than the crap we got at Old
All right,
Trafford.
well,
So
it's
anyway,
feast or famine. You complaining that it's too big with this hot dog. You complain it's too shit with this cricket place.
So I sent Jason back. Rate My Have you ever seen Rate My Takeaway?
Yeah. Chap
So
from,
there's a dude
chap
on
from
YouTube
Bolton,
called-
isn't he?
From Bolton,
Yeah.
but he did Coco Soul Food, which is one of my favourite places to eat in Preston.
Mm-hmm.
So I sent him a link to that, and then on the back of that, we got another email from him. So this is what I'm going to say. So it was Coco Soul Food I sent him, and he's put Rate My
Okay.
Cocos
Yes.
on his next email. He said, Chinny,
Yo.
have you ever had the chimichangas or the sticky wings? Which obviously you've never been to. You've not really been to Preston once.
Well, I saw Dan wrestle. I've been to Preston.
Oh yeah, we did. We didn't go to Coco's that night. I don't think we went to some other place.
I was in some shit
He said Stu owes you one. So next time if you ever come up again, Chinny, right?
Mm-hmm.
You know, at some point in time, I will take you to Coco's because
I'd like to play snooker at that place that we played snooker at again. That was nice. I liked
Yep.
that place.
Yep.
It was good. Anyway.
God, someone's shouting. I think it's Millie. I'm not too sure. It's pitch black.
I think my daughter's being stabbed. I don't know.
I don't know. Oh my God, yeah. Oh, it's Adam. So yeah, I'll
okay.
take you to Coco's.
Yeah.
And Adam, apparently. We're taking Adam to Coco's as
Right,
well.
okay, no problem. We'll do that.
Hey, Duke. Why
Hey,
are you
Jason.
stuck in Tainted Grail Fall of Avalon?
What?
I don't know.
I
Is
think
it
I may have
wrong?
downloaded the demo to that. Let me see. Tainted Grail, maybe. I don't know. Anyway, go
He
on.
says, I don't get it. It's basically Skyrim, only better.
Yeah. Wow.
Yeah, there
hang
you
on
are.
a second.
Playing with yourself.
Playing once human. What's the problem? Why you gotta hate?
I don't know. Just saying.
You play what you want to play. Let me play what I want to play. You play Pentiment. I play good games.
I just tried to get into Ghost of Tsushima again because I'd
Uh-oh.
like to enjoy the story, but these big back lol and forth. Oh, that's what he's saying. These big back and forth mission games are a bit boring to me. I'm
Damn,
currently
he's coming at everybody's favorites.
craving a story-focused, extremely immersive single-player game. Dead Space, for example. Could you list a few good ones? Thanks. I'm
Once
trying to think
human.
about that. I don't think that's what he's after.
No, it's
If
not.
I'm being totally honest. I'm trying to think what we played lately that he could play that's really, really good, story-driven, third person.
Return to Grace is a good story-driven game. I like that. We all like that.
Yeah, I think he'd like that, but I think he wants something like Dead Space, he said. I can't. Oh, there you go. There you go. The
Dead Space 2?
Oh, the North Sea, oil rig thing.
Quiet still wakes the deep.
Yeah, Still Wakes the Deep. Give that a go, Jason. I think you'll like it.
Yeah, give it a go.
Still Wakes the Deep. It's great. It's got lots of Scottish people talking and swearing a lot. Can't go wrong. Story, and it's totally story focused. Just what you want. Thanks. On the PS4, Xbox One, or Switch. Xbox One? Who still has one of those?
I've got one.
Yeah.
Jesus. Did you guys witness the Microsoft outage? End of times. Yeah, Jesus, did we?
No.
Yeah, it's been a shit show in the UK. You didn't, but in
It
general.
affected me in no way at all.
No.
Yeah, me neither. And I was worried that, like, for those who don't know, there was a cybersecurity firm called Counter Strike. What was it called? Cyber Strike.
Something.
Anyway, CS
CS:GO.
something.
CS:GO.
Yeah, Right, CS:GO. And it was like somebody did some bad code and it caused computers around the world to die. So like hospitals weren't able to access
It was an
shit.
automatic.
Like,
It was an
crazy.
automatic update. It was just an update.
Yeah.
It was literally an
So-
automatic update, so it just got rolled
Ah,
out. Fucked
yeah.
everything up big time.
Fucked everything up. But fortunately, yeah, it didn't affect me in any way, so I got lucky. But I was nervous. I was like, oh no, if I turn on my computer, is it gonna like have the blue screen of death? Because a lot of people were reporting that. And I was like, I don't want a blue screen of death. But it
Do you
was
know
fine.
what though? This is a problem. Well, it was more these massive companies that use this for.
Well, right. I mean, if you
cybersecurity,
depend on this company for
Yeah.
cybersecurity, you trust that it's going to be good. And in fact, in this case, it was the opposite.
But it also
You got
shows
burned
you
by your cybersecurity company.
shows you just what can happen when so many companies rely on the same cybersecurity firm for this.
Yes, it's almost as though monopolies and
Are a bad
concentrated
thing.
power are a bad thing, and we need to break up monopolies.
Yeah, because it went down.
Start with Facebook,
Ooh.
God damn it.
Everything went down. I mean,
Yes.
how much did everybody money lose that day? So I bet somebody got
Yeah.
fired for that blunder.
Maybe. Accountability is un-American, as they said on Bloom County. All right, what's next on Jason's email?
He says Biden is out.
Yes.
I'm guessing
Yay.
Hillary is in.
No. Whoops,
no,
I hit
not
the wrong
Hillary.
button.
It's going to be.
No, it's Kamala.
Yeah,
It's gonna be.
Kamala.
He's saying Hillary. I don't know.
Well, it's not going to be Hillary.
No.
Then the Epstein files drop, and then AI becomes
I'm so sick of hearing
POTUS.
about Epstein. Yeah.
Did you know he's dead?
What? Since when?
Yeah, what?
It happened ages ago.
Yeah.
What the hell?
If America really cared about Epstein, we would not have one of his best friends as a nominee for president. That's just the end of it. Okay. Until we're ready to do that, I don't want to hear a thing about Epstein. We don't really care about him.
Yeah, that was his last
can I
words,
just-
by the way. It's like, make sure Trump.
Yeah. Yeah. Right. Exactly. My friend.
Can I just say I like Gothy DJ in the chat. He says,
Fuck off.
"Evening, everyone. Hope you're all fab and groovy." I like that.
No, I'm fab, but not groovy.
Well-
He's time travel from the 70s. Seems like.
Gothy
Disco
DJ.
stew.
I hope he is a
Disco
DJ. Are you a DJ, Gothy DJ?
Do you want to have a private
He
chat
plays
with
goth
Gothic
music.
DJ? Do
I
you?
might
Yeah,
do.
really. Save
Might
it for
do.
after
I'm
the
just
show,
asking, I'm
dude.
just asking the question.
Get a
just
room,
checking.
Stu.
Yeah,
Get
it's
a
the
room.
wrong
Checking.
time for a real
Checking.
question like that.
Checking.
Real games are for old people.
Someone said to me it's on TikTok or Reddit or something, you might have seen it, Duke, where it's like, you know, in those post-apocalyptic movies where like the machines take over, but you know, in the
Yeah.
scenes before it where you know something's off, like they're going to take over, like the world's like starting to. That's what we feel like we're in now. It's like that bit where
Yeah.
like, oh, the machines are thinking about having a little pop at us, you know. That's where. That's
Well,
the-
it's like I love the
A
signs that
little
say.
pop.
yeah,
I love the signs that are like, this episode of Black Mirror sucks.
yeah,
Yeah, it does.
yeah. Cool. You know, everything's fine.
Right. Yeah.
Mm.
Jason, anything else from Jason there on the
No,
email?
that's
Are we
it.
done?
Jason's done.
Okay. Thank you, Jason. We
Do we
love
have a
you.
pipe
Thank you for
speak?
sending stuff in.
We do have two of those.
I think
two
we got
of
a
those.
pipe speak. Real quick news before we do that. Bethesda unionized. Yay! The first Microsoft game studio to fully unionize. Go get them, Bethesda workers. All right, speak pipe. Here
Also,
it comes.
Microsoft Game Studio.
Over the
Pipe, it's
sound
the
clip.
way to leave a
No, no,
message
it's
for
crap.
us.
Microsoft Game Studios like sort of said about a year ago that they are open for people unionizing, and also IGN has unionized. So
Nice.
Solidarity.
Power to the
brother.
workers. Yeah.
Solidarity.
All right. So this speak pipe is, pipe speak is from Saint Diesel. I wouldn't buy that for $1, which is from RoboCop. I said it last week in a reference to the suit that I bought. By the way, one last thing about Once Human. It's so ridiculous. The game's been out 2 weeks. It's the same stuff on the cosmetics store. I want to give y'all money.
shush.
Give me things to buy. There's nothing to buy. It's so ridiculous.
Duke, don't say that to them because
Shut
they're too busy
up.
trying to.
know.
They're trying to too busy getting the controller
Trying to get the
work.
Yeah,
controller.
when the fuck's the controller gonna work?
No, that's not a priority.
The guy
Me
who's
having
making-
stupid shit to buy.
The guy who's making some sort of like hoodie, going, "Well, I was just working on the controller. Now you want me going back on the hoodie?"
Stop it. Duke wants a hoodie. Put the ZPC
Hey,
logo
can we
on
just
it.
stop
All right.
listening to this podcast because they keep flip flopping?
They shouldn't be
can't
listening to
make their
podcasts
minds
at all.
up.
They should be working on the game. All right, Saint Diesel. I wouldn't buy that for $1.
Hey, Veteran Gamers, it's Saint Diesel back again.
Robocop.
I was having trouble getting to sleep a couple of nights ago, Friday night into Saturday morning. was quite hot, and also I've been having a bit of a problem with my left eye, which
Oh, no.
fascinating story, which I might go into next week. But
Yeah, we want to know.
it was about 2 in the morning. I thought, why don't I fire up TV? Because I don't watch the TV much these days. It's usually my computer, watching YouTube and various other channels. But I thought there might be something on there worth watching. But of course, that time in the morning, there was lots of shopping channels, and I'm sure you've seen them before. They usually operate between maybe 1 o'clock in the morning till 8 o'clock in the morning. And there's lots of weird stuff on there, but it's usually stuff like electric beds that can be folded into different positions, easy board chairs, that sort of thing. Lots of things that juice food to make you drinks. Lots of things that chop and mix food up. Pizza ovens, electric bikes, computer type stuff. All weird and wonderful stuff that most people probably never buy, but they still keep going. So I suppose someone must buy them. But I personally have never bought something from watching an advert on the shopping channel, or a shopping channel. But I just wondered. I know Stu is immune to advertising, of course, but I just wondered: is there something you bought on a shopping channel or on a whim from online that, when you've got it, you thought, "Why did I buy that? I didn't really need it." But that's it for now.
No, I will say that when I was a kid, I used to watch in the U.S. There's a channel called QVC, and it's all day just shopping.
We get it. We get it.
You have that as well. Yeah, it's ridiculous. But I remember when I was a kid, I was just like, maybe I would like to have that necklace. That's a nice looking. I'm like, what the fuck am I thinking? Like, it showed me early on the power of this the relentless, cheerful, the idea of like the value and all that stuff. So I was just like, all right, whatever. Yeah. Anyway, the only thing I can remember buying online recently was we went to a sushi place and I had sake, and I had never really had sake before. And I was like, I quite enjoy this sake. And then I was like, you can't drink sake out of a regular cup. You got to drink it out of the little set. I need a sake set. So I ordered one that night. And now I have a sake set with like 8 cups. And every time people come over, I'm like, anybody like some sake? And they're like, no. And I'm like, nobody ever wants to drink it.
So have you ever used it since you bought
I have for myself.
Oh.
I'm just sitting there sucking down the sake by myself.
Yeah. I'll just use a mug.
Yeah, I should, but I already bought this set. I'm going to use it, goddammit. I should drink like orange soda.
I was looking at QVC when I was 15 going, maybe I do need to chop onions with this contraption.
Yeah, that's
maybe I do.
Yeah.
Like in this country, I've watched it a couple of times, but they sometimes have like guest presenters on it. It'll be someone from fucking Towie or Made in Chelsea, and they'll be like, "Oh yeah, you should buy one of these shit things." I don't know.
They're not a very good salesperson if they keep saying buy one of these shit things.
Buy one of these shit pieces of trash. No, I've only ever bought once something like that, and it's not that long ago. It's probably a couple of years back. I bought a thing called a crimpet. Have you heard of a crimpet, Chinny?
I have.
Heard of a crimpet? Oh, I bought it. I bought a crimpet.
It's for crimping.
Is this for the edge of a pie or something?
No.
Yeah.
So basically, no. So basically, in this country,
you don't know what it is, Chinny. Shut up and listen.
What's supposed to be healthy bread called thins, Chinny? Have you seen these Warburton thins?
Yeah.
And what you do is you put your cheese and your ham or whatever you want to put inside your thin, but then you crimp it and stick it in your air fryer, so it's kind of
oh my god, it sounds so complicated.
It is, but it's good. They are quite
just make
good.
a grilled cheese sandwich.
Yeah, but these are meant to be healthier, I guess, but apart from the cheese shit inside them. But you can put whatever you want inside.
It is a little healthier to do as an air fryer.
A little healthier, and it's healthier bread because it's not like proper bread. It's like
you need 2 new things in your kitchen. You need the crimpet, you need the air fryer.
Air fryer, yeah,
Eesh,
you need all that stuff.
That shit.
But they are quite tasty, and I think that's probably the one thing I've ever bought.
Do like Denzel Washington, and he got game. You put an iron on your grilled cheese. There you go.
By the way, Gothy DJ.
He is a DJ.
Says, hell yeah. Been into the goth scene since the 80s, pretty much as long as I've been gaming. Played Whitby Goth Weekend, Maine, and Fringe events a few times. So that's pretty impressive.
Damn. And then Rob Hicks comes in, nice to put in faces to voices. Only just started listening to you guys this past week. It's a party up in here. Everybody's coming by.
Cow.
What's up? Goth DJ, Bill Hicks. Everybody's having a good time.
The bots are live tonight.
I know, yeah. Rob, just quick question, Rob. How did you find us? We're always interested.
If you say TikTok, that's going to give me a lot more fucking work, Rob.
Yeah,
so
don't say TikTok.
Yeah,
don't
say TikTok. I must say though, I don't know any goths who say hell yeah. Usually goths are like, yes, I suppose.
Yeah, because if you say TikTok, next time I see Chinny, I might have to punch him in the face. So just
like the goths on South Park.
Why?
The goths on South Park. That don't look like no dancing duck to me.
Result of it.
He searched on Spotify apparently, but TikTok. Mike
Search
Post
what?
found
Stupid
us.
podcast.
Mike Post found us on TikTok.
know.
So you
I
got
know
to
you're
punch me
obsessed.
for
Yeah.
promoting the fucking show.
Definitely.
Worst podcast
Punch you in the face.
Yeah.
Okay, he sent us another one. What can you buy for $25?
He did. We got a second speak pipe. Just Chinny, did you have anything to say about ordering crap online?
Yeah, did you buy it? Have you bought any shit online?
No.
That's a no. All right, here comes St. Diesel's second speak pipe. Maybe I'll have something to say about this.
Hey, veteran gamers, just a quick reminder to you and anyone listening that the Microsoft Xbox 360 store is closing on the 29th
Oh
of
yeah,
July.
I did know this.
And that means you've got a week left to download any digital games that you may have missed out on. And just for old time's sake, I fired up my Xbox 360 earlier today and had a look at the Microsoft Xbox 360 store. And there's lots of games on there, but I probably, like most people, I've got all the ones I'm really interested in. But I did notice that the prices haven't dropped from what they may have been originally, years ago. I think some of the games are much too overpriced. For instance, there's a package of the first 3 Fable games, and that's $44.99, which seems like a ridiculous price for what it is.
Oh my god!
And there's lots of Rockstar games on the Xbox 360 store. Lots of games priced between $9.99, $24.99, and considering a lot of them have been repackaged and reissued and updated and play better on newer systems, I would have thought for the last week of the Xbox 360 store's life, they would have dropped the price right down for every game to maybe, I don't know, $4.99 perhaps. But it doesn't seem as though Microsoft's going that way. I would have thought for, thank you to the fans, they could have dropped every game down to a cheap price, but doesn't seem to be the way. But it's probably been more of a nostalgia thing from a lot of people. But I'll just leave it at that.
It'd be funny if, like, in the last 20 minutes, they're like, all right, all these games are free. And we're just like, what? And people can't even get the word out. They're like, no, it's already over.
I found a little list, right? So what?
I thought there were a load of cheap games. I thought
there are some cheap games. Yeah, there are games going for cheap. Like I think Red Faction Guerrilla is like really cheap and stuff like that. But then you've got like a remastered version of that. So would you want the old version? Anyway, I found a list of games exclusively on the 360 marketplace that will vanish after the shutdown, right? And I won't read every game on the list, but I'll give you a clue. They're all CAC, right? So, so because these are games that there'll basically be no way to play these games after this shutdown. There's only one game on this list that I think, that'd be a shame. I'd like to play that, but whatever. Right, so I'll read like 5 random ones, and you can ask me if you want me to still go.
Yeah.
Okay.
Battlezone, Defenders of Ardinia.
What the fuck even is that?
Freefall Racers, Hybrid, Leeds Mies, Meteor's Wars. I'll go on. Mini Ninjas Adventures, The Path of Go. The Path of Go.
Path of Go actually is a pretty good game.
Zombie Wranglers.
How much is Path of Go? Does it say?
Doesn't say. Zombie Wranglers, Totem Ball, Things on Wheels, The Dishwasher, Dead Samurai.
Dishwasher was okay, but again, it's not worth a lot of money. It's probably cheaper on Steam.
I remember that game there. That was made by one bloke, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was.
The only game that I'm gutted that won't exist, will exist, but we won't be able to buy it anymore, is Who Wants to Be a Millionaire Special Editions.
Wow.
Yeah. The Dishwasher Vampire Smile is $10 on Steam. Go get that.
Do you know, random story, do you know who,
Yes.
I am going somewhere with this, who came up with the idea of Who Wants to Be a Millionaire? Do you know this?
Regis Philbin.
No.
Jake solved the case. Of course he did. Peralta's a genius. Thanks, Regis. I don't know who.
It's a British comedian.
Peter Kay.
British comedian from Birmingham.
Peter Kay.
Not from.
No, wasn't it Jasper Carrot? I'm guessing. Is it
Jasper Carrot? Do you know who came into my office recently?
Jasper Carrot.
Jasper Carrot.
I've seen a picture of you with
like
him.
Urkel.
Yeah. So
did you get a picture of him for your wall of fame?
Yeah, we did actually. Anyway, so the list is CAC.
Yes.
By the way, I've got a Who Wants to Be a Millionaire factoid. Do you want to hear anyone who wants to be a millionaire factoid?
Go ahead.
Do you remember the Coughing Major?
Yeah,
remember the Coughing Major who tried to cheat to win $1 million?
Yeah.
One of Millie's lecturers, when she was doing a psychology degree, solved the Coughing Major case. He was the person they brought in to figure that shit out. And do you know how he did it?
Just listen to the coughs.
No, it's quite interesting, really. He isolated what he thought was the cough that was doing it, and then he got his 5-year-old son or 6-year-old son, and he let him listen to the cough once, right, and then told his kid to tell him every time he heard that specific cough. And then he did, and obviously it matched exactly with when he was doing his indecision choosing stuff.
So he got caught by a 5-year-old.
Yeah, it was solved by a 5-year-old.
Well,
so there you go.
Okay. 360 is going down. I don't think anybody's gutted about it. I'm not gutted about it. Things move on.
Haven't even got. You've got to have a 360 to play
and
these games.
I think
anymore.
most of the games that I do care about have been remastered, rejigged, redone.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
except for Quantum of Solace, that needs to come back.
But that's a licensing problem, though, Duke. That's
it's not the point. I don't care why the problem is. It needs to happen.
Coming back.
Need for Speed
Just
Carbon.
Accept it. It's never coming back.
Okay.
Mercenaries Playground of Destruction.
Let's stop listing games that we want to play again. Let's stop doing that.
You haven't even got a 360 anymore, have you?
Of course not. That's why I want to play it on Steam.
Well, you could have got it on disc.
There's an emulator. I can play it that way. All right, what's next? Are we done? Are we doing shout-outs?
I think it is shout-outs. That's it. There's no more emails.
It's time for a shout-out. Hey!
Go on, Duke. Go for it.
Yeah, I'll go first. I will shout out Jacinta because she just sent me some messages and I haven't had a chance to read them, but I will soon. Thank you, Jacinta. I'll shout out Tainted Brain. I think he and Antonio are tied for my best internet friends. Like, y'all are more than internet friends. You're podcast friends. But when it comes to people showing me love on the internet, I can count on Tainted Brain. I can count on Antonio, and I really appreciate it. I had kind of a shit week this week, so it's good to have people ready to lend a shoulder to cry on, so to speak. And obviously the Duchess is also very supportive when I'm having a rough week. But anyway, that was great. And John Mouse is reading the same book I'm reading, which is Critical Hits, Writers Playing Video Games. This is a good book. People should read it, and he's reading it. So if you want to be cool like me and John, be teachers and read this book. Why not?
On the note, I bought a book this week.
What?
Oh, God.
You
what
don't
a nerd.
read. What are you talking about?
Yeah, really. What are you talking about?
I've got 2 shout-outs, and one of them is the author of this book.
What book?
Nimbus X.
Oh, shit. Oh, yeah. That's a good book.
Buy my book.
It's I haven't got it in my house yet. It's delivered to my office, so I haven't got my hands on it. But so shout out to Duke, the author of that book.
Oh, thank you. I hope you like it.
Somebody sent me a message this week. I think it's Red Van Man. I cannot find this message. I don't know how I saw it, but basically somebody sent me a picture of them buying candy sticks, you know, the ones that I was using last week to pretend that I was smoking.
That's funny.
And I
cigarettes.
think it was Red Bandman, but for the love of God, I've been looking on my phone for the last half an hour.
So you're convincing people, you're being the advertiser, you're QVC on the show.
No, he said to me, you are an official influencer because you make me buy these candy
Do you know what, though? He can tell us he's in the chat. He's in the chat there at this very moment.
Oh, is he? Red Bandman.
Yeah.
For the love of God,
Was it you?
I don't know what. I've looked on Discord, I've looked on Instagram, I've looked on my messages,
it was
WhatsApp.
Him. He says it's him.
But I don't know what platform he sent that. I have
Where
no
did
idea.
you send it? Because Chidi is old now.
Hey, Red Van Man, you should deny it. Be like, it wasn't me. I didn't do that.
But I remembered that it was him, so I'm not that old. Thank you very much.
But he does forget stuff. I'm going to shout out. I'm going to shout out Goffy DJ because he's actually a real DJ, unlike me.
Real DJs.
No, he's a real DJ. And I'm going to shout out Rob Hicks because it's always cool to get new listeners, and it's nice that you dropped by tonight.
Yeah, thanks for coming by. Instagram.
And I'm also going to shout out Darth Knock Nah, as another listener that's been listening for a long time. We've never heard him.
Yeah.
There you go.
Thanks for dropping by, people. And if you're one of those people who's been listening but not dropped in, come on by. Send us a speak pipe. Send us an email. Come on by the YouTube or the Twitch.
Yeah. Ginny, where would they send an email if they wanted to do that very thing? So you can't remember now. It's that long since he's read it out. He's
the old show up, didn't we?
I don't know.
I'm trying to find the
I don't. You see,
I don't know where they send it. Where would they send it? Oh.
No, it's all right.
just said that. Take it home with you.
VGpodcastuk@gmail.com.
That is correct. So there you go. If you want to send us an email, vgpodcastuk@gmail.com. If you want to send us SpeakPipe, just look up Veteran Gamers SpeakPipe.
Yeah.
And it'll just come up. It'll just come up. Google
by the
it.
way,
Look, you can just do it with your phone. You don't even have to have a fancy mic or anything.
Eventually, on my list of things, many list of things to do, I am going to fix the website. That is on the list because I've learned how to do websites because I've been doing a website for my friend. And I'm like, oh, I can do websites now. So I will fix it eventually. Basically, I just want the website to be a landing page.
Just be a landing page.
So you go on it and go, right, where's the YouTube channel? Where's this? It doesn't need to have a blog. It doesn't need to have anything crazy. Just you go to
and
it.
WordPress is what's causing the problem right now. So if we bypass the WordPress, then it would be a lot easier.
So I'll just use something. I don't know, but it'll be simple. But it'd just be a landing page. Anyway,
is that it? We're done.
Rob Hicks says, "Listen to your last 15 podcast while at my new boring job."
That must be a really boring job.
What is
the
it?
hell?
What is his job?
Nuclear safety, like Homer Simpson.
I didn't even know what a nuclear power plant was.
And Red Van Man says, "I still have the tattoo from my candy sticks on my leg." Batman. I don't know what that means. What does that mean?
Batman.
I hope it's like a temporary.
It's a temporary tattoo that you get from the
Oh my god! Do you get it you get it with the sticks?
Yeah.
Oh my god, that's like chewing gum. You used to get them with chewing gum back in the day, didn't you?
Yeah, you get them.
I didn't even know that was still a thing.
Yeah, man.
Wow, that's pretty impressive.
Yeah.
Back in the days when I was young, I'm not a kid anymore. But some days I still wish I was a kid again.
Real men and real women get temporary tattoos.
Aerospace engineer. Does he work at BAE then? Are you working at BAE? Rob
Do you work
Hicks?
at Collins Aerospace?
British Aerospace. Is that where you are? By the way, Goffy DJ says he's got to confess he's been lurking and listening to us for many moons.
You dirty boy, lurking around like a goth, like stayed in the shadows.
Well, we're glad you finally came out of the shadows, but I must say a gothy person really needs to be in the shadows. Gothy people don't come out of the darkness. They stay in the dark. You're not goth at all, man.
Yeah.
Hell yeah. Love you guys. That's not goth talk.
That's not goth.
This is goth talk.
I
just want
that's an
something
okay
I'll
show.
never have.
Yeah.
Friday, I'm in love.
Cool. I feel like we're just sort of waiting for the chat to respond. So I feel like this episode.
I know,
is
yeah, we are
finished.
doing a little bit of that. Yeah, let's.
Rob
yeah,
said he does
show's over, no refunds.
he
You
does
heard
very
the robot,
tedious
get
work.
out.
I'm glad that we can help you on your tedious job, but
Yeah,
it's
I'm glad
still a
we can.
job. You're still very smart. You're an engineer, so go get him, Rob.
And there's a lot of episodes. There's like,
yeah,
I don't know,
there's
14
loads.
years.
Well, I'd
14
like to
At
do
least
years
20
worth.
episodes.
I like
Yeah,
to do
we got-
sometimes. is
maybe even 30.
skim through and I just go back really, really far and just see what we're talking about. Sometimes I like to do that, but yeah. Thank you everybody for listening.
Yeah,
thank you,
thanks.
everybody.
Thank you, good night, much love.
This conversation can serve no purpose anymore.
Another reference by Duke that no one understands.
The best kind of correct.
I'm a potato.
There you go. Another show done, people. Well done. Well done,
It's in the
Mike.
bag.
Well done,
Yeah.
Dude.
Well done, Stu.
Well done, Alls.
Yeah.
Congratulations on another episode, everybody. Well done.
Well done,
Yeah.
everybody.
Huzzah.
Oh.
That's something we're gonna send it to the Pulitzer Committee.
The thing that you said, Stu, and then Duke said that. Oh, that was great stuff.
Oh,
great stuff. Great
brilliant.
stuff. Great stuff.
That's just-
Yeah, really good stuff.
Oh,
Remember the
just
jokes about
awesome.
pedophiles?
Yeah, the mention of
Awesome.
pedophiles was
That
really
was
top
awesome.
draw stuff this week.
Yeah.
Good stuff.
Yeah, it is.
Did we pick
Yeah.
up Play My Game
Brilliant.
Bitch for next week?
No, we did not.
No, we did not. I've got a suggestion.
on offer?
No,
Always
I've
got
got
a
a
suggestion.
I know,
Yeah,
I'm full
really.
of suggestions.
You're full of something.
I will tell you because I turned the app off before for some reason. Xbox app, people. Do you know?
Is it
Have you seen, by the way,
Kinutsugami?
I had some news today, but we never spoke about it.
Dungeons and Hinterberg?
I had some news.
What's the news? Go ahead.
Microsoft.
You're pregnant.
the FC, is it FCA? FCA in America? I don't know.
I don't know.
The
but-
FCC, perhaps?
FCC. I don't know. Somebody's made a statement saying that this is the reason that large companies shouldn't make monopolies or get stuff because it's worse for the consumers. And they're saying Xbox increasing the prices for all the stuff is an example of this for Game Pass, because had they not acquired Activision, Blizzard, etc., they might not have increased the prices. So that's what they're saying.
It's one reason why monopolies are bad, yeah.
But Microsoft,
They're good at first, and then they jack up the price when they don't have any competition.
Microsoft did a rebuttal of this.
Sure.
A rebuttal, and they came back to them and said, but it's actually a better value proposition now than it was originally.
Well,
Because what they're
depends
saying
on what
is-
you're looking for.
Well, what they're saying is Xbox Gold didn't include multiplayer access, or it did include multiplayer access, but not Game Pass. So you
Okay.
had to get both, which actually turned out to be $21.
But nobody did that. You know nobody did that.
if you subscribe to both. But
Fuck
now
outta here.
in the lowest tier, you get select games and multiplayer, right? But then my argument to that would be, why are we fucking playing for multiplayer? Why are we paying money when you can do it on
Well-
PC for free? Why is that?
Hey, that's why I play it. One reason why I play
a
on the PC.
bonus.
Did you see the
You
other
know what I mean?
Did you see the other thing that Microsoft said after that?
What did they say?
Suck our
They
ass.
said
From
Philip Nolan
bunch of greedy
Spencer said,
bastards.
"Suck my dick, bitches."
Yeah, I was close.
Which I thought was a little bit out of character for Phil.
That's a
You
bit
were
rough,
almost,
man.
you were
That's
almost right there, Duke. You were almost
a
right.
publication for kids.
Yeah.
Is your recommendation Cricket 24?
No.
Yes, no, it isn't.
No, please no.
No,
What's
it
your
isn't.
recommendation?
Well, I've got two.
Okay.
I remember, but one's a fucking Dark Souls light. Or
Oh.
whatever.
No.
And I'm
Next, what's
just
the
not
other one?
sure about those. Flock, which I played I have actually played this already.
Isn't this an older game?
No, it came out. They did a Next Fest demo for this.
You're
Okay.
thinking of the Flock that came out in 2009. the
I
shit.
am thinking of that one. Yeah. The
Well,
Xbox
that
Live
game has
whatever.
been taken down
But-
because of
but the
brand
one-
confusion. So that.
But the one I
Okay.
think we should play, because it looks absolutely fucking ridiculous, is the case of the Golden Idol. Have you seen?
No.
Have you seen it?
I'm
Don't think
looking
I
at it
want to.
now.
I mean, we should
Yeah, I
play
know, right?
this because it looks just absolutely ridiculous.
I'm not gonna like it. Am I? Stu?
Revenge?
No.
No, you're not.
No,
I can see it on your face.
you're just gonna
I
hate
can
it.
see it on these screenshots.
You
I'm not gonna
literally-
like it.
You're literally gonna hate this with a passion.
So Chinny, you and I could team up and say we insist on playing Flock.
I mean,
yeah, well, you might not like Flock either.
Well, I'm saying it's probably the better of the two
it's,
alternatives.
it's not beef for me, because what I'll do with the case of the Golden Idol,
You
I'll
played
look at
it
it.
5 minutes before.
No,
we
I'll look
start.
at like a gameplay video of it, and I'll just pretend I've
Yeah.
played it. Like that's how strongly
okay.
I feel about it.
There you go.
Now, I'm looking at it now, and it looks
Shit.
it looks like a meme. Like it looks like
It
a
looks-
joke.
Right. It looks like it took 5 minutes to make this. What the hell?
So what are we going
All right,
with?
let's
What
do
are we
it.
going-
Let's go with Golden Idol just to see how bad it
Really?
is.
Oh my
yes,
God.
I'm calling it. We're doing Golden Idol. I can't believe I'm agreeing to this
I
shit.
can't believe you agreed to that shit.
$17.99
What
they
is
want
wrong
for this. What
Hey,
the
it's
fuck?
it's also free.
Really?
It's free
What is
on
wrong with
the case of the Golden Idol is free on Netflix. So if you can play it on your phone on Netflix.
Yeah, I'm not playing this on my phone.
Is it not free on
I'm a
itch.io?
7-year-old?
Is it free on that?
Don't know.
Should be. All right, so that's it. We got it. Case of the Golden Idol. People, play it and join us next week.
I'll play it
Case
on
of the
Netflix.
Golden
I'll play it on
Idol.
my phone on Netflix.
Yeah, he's gonna play it on
Now,
his Netflix.
I've got a complaint this week.
On
I
a
was
Netflix phone.
literally...
That's not. I don't have a Netflix phone.
No,
Yeah,
you
you
don't.
do. I have a Netflix button on our new TV though. We bought a new
Stu.
TV and it's got a button, just Netflix. Go ahead.
Right, it's got,
Oh,
it's got an
confession
advert on its
or
remote.
grape?
Yeah, well done. Well, it's good, Stu.
I'll tell you what, dude. Welcome to 2019.
Yeah, it is a bit.
Oh,
off.
dude, we're welcome to like 2015, man. Our TV was
Yeah.
tiny, and I was like, finally, I'm like, I can't do this. Any TV, any show we watched that had like someone getting a text message, I had to run to the TV and be like, what does it say? So finally, I was like, I'm buying a new TV.
Do you know, nearly
Anyway.
every TV in 29, what I'm saying is they all had a Netflix button.
Oh, they all
on
have a
them
Netflix button. Okay, well,
for about the
I-
last 5 years.
It's weird.
I know. What's all that about? Can't remember what I was saying now.
You have a complaint?
I don't
gripe?
know. I don't know
I
anymore.
don't really know.
Don't know anymore. I was going to say something, but I've forgotten what the hell it was.
Oh man, Well, when it comes to you, send us a voice message over WhatsApp.
This is the trouble when you're old. This is what happens when you're old. You forget
what's
what
the
hell
trouble?
I don't know. You forget what you're talking about anymore.
Get it? I pretend like I forgot what you were
I saw
saying.
what you did there.
Yeah.
You see, you're so funny.
Why did everybody say that you're angry last week?
I have no idea.
Because you're yelling about Once Human. It's fucking bullshit. The way that they promised this, they didn't deliver.
You did get very angry about that.
Really
I was. To be fair, I've been angry about fucking pretentious chefs this week. So
yeah.
Well, but you weren't like angry. You were just like,
Do you need to talk? Are you angry about something?
Yeah,
things okay at home?
You okay? Everything okay?
Let it out.
No.
We're here
You
for
need you need like a punch bang or something, Stu.
Maybe I need something.
There you go.
Just to hit it with a good old punch, you know.
Can I just say actually?
You can.
After...
You may.
I know. I can do.
It's all the being interrupted that probably does it.
But after Rob was saying he found us on Spotify, I'm like, I wonder how we're getting on because I very rarely look at the metrics on Spotify.
101.
But we have got this is true. We have 234 followers, so we do have
not enough. I want 10,000.
I know, yeah. So we do.
That doesn't mean
I put it on Spotify. No, that's just how many people follow.
Well, it's a good metric, though.
Yeah, it's good.
All-time listeners is 1,137.
Maybe if we had a Taylor Swift segment where we talk about the news about Taylor Swift, we'd get more listeners.
No. I don't.
You must
I don't
admit,
need to
it would
know
probably get
what
people to
football
come
game she's turning up to. I don't care. Don't care if she's coming out with a Japanese or Chinese album or whatever she's doing this week.
All time.
Come out with a Japanese.
She's apparently now that there's because Nicki Minaj does an album in Chinese or something, or to appeal to the Chinese audience, and it sounds ridiculous. So it's
Really?
Like, I bet Swifty's going to be doing this soon or something like that. Yeah, I really
like,
haven't read it.
but I want to know more about how Nicki Minaj.
That's as far as I know.
Like she learned.
No,
Japanese.
I don't think so. I think it appealed more to, for example, some celebrities.
Here, Nicki Minaj.
Dude, just stop googling something for 1 second. And listen, right? Some celebrities have different TikTok accounts, but the Chinese version of TikTok, so they have different, like basically different social medias that are catered to China because there's so many people in China. With money, so. There's a whole Chinese social network.
Apparently, she did a song called Chun Li, which is that based on the
I don't know. I read a thing on Reddit and everybody
Street Fighter
says,
thing.
"Oh my God, Taylor Swift's gonna make a Chinese album now just because Nicki Minaj did a thing."
Takes its name from the Street Fighter character. This is video game related, people. Woo. How about that?
Woo!
So, yeah. Well, that must get us about 3 listeners. We talked about Taylor Swift and Nicki Minaj.
Yeah, we did.
And Nicki Minaj. There you go. What? It's too bad it was after we stopped streaming. But I'm still recording, so we could put this at the beginning of the show, maybe.
Red Van Man said I had to change to Spotify because my old MP3 player software stopped working with podcasts. I hate Spotify. Jesus Christ, Red Van Man, what's wrong with you?
Everybody just hates everything. My TV has a Netflix button. I hate Spotify. What the fuck is with these chefs today?
It is. This show has just become old people moaning about new stuff.
Griping complaint central. Yeah.
But I'm not there yet. You two are there. I'm not there. I'm
I don't know. Every game we talk about playing my game. This game with the reading.
That's just because I don't have time for any shit anymore. I've only got time for.
Yeah, because you're too old because you got a baby.
Well, that's not because I'm too old. That's just because I've got a baby.
Yeah, babies don't have babies. You ain't a baby no more.
Oh, God. Babies don't have babies.
That's right.
Oh,
I mean, unless,
I don't know.
Whatever.
I don't want to know.
All right, I'm out. Have a good week, y'all.
Okie dokie. Speak to you both next week.
Bye. I'm going to a farm tomorrow. Bye.
Oh,
you got to farm. What sort of farm?
Coincidence.
What sort of farm are you going to?
The little animal farm for Rosa.
Is it like Animal Farm, like where the pigs take over and they institute totalitarianism?
No.
Okay.
Tara's got to go to work, so me and Rosa are going to a little farm together.
That's very sweet. I hope it'll be a cool video.
Yeah, well, have fun time at the farm.
Bring the drone. I want to see it from a distance.
No, freak the sheep out.
You're gonna be in the moment.
Yeah.
Okie dokie, guys.
Everything.
Have
peace.
fun
Have fun at the farm.
See you next week.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye, Stu. I'm on my own. I wasn't going to eat all these Pringles, but Get in there. Do you know what I mean? Went to Northumberland Zoo and I got stung off a bee. Well, that'll do it. I didn't know they had bees at zoos. How do they keep them in? Oh, look at the screen. It's just my... it's just my... I look like a Picasso. See if I can get my head up. No. Oh, wow. I'm not buying Pringles mind. I'm not buying Pringles mind. Oh, like, I'm not buying Pringles mind. Right, you know. The word mind confused me there. I'm not buying Pringles mind. It's my bad northeast accent. My dog got stung by a bee. Oh no. I thought I dropped that. They're very addictive. Scan, pop, play. Wonder what happens if I scan, pop, and play. Let's have a look. Scan, pop, play. Poptopia.pringles.com. No. Pull. You'll find stacks of fun, play games, connect with other Pringles fans, chances to win, pop and play, and much more. Oh. Enter to win a dream holiday, cash your vote to content creators that pop. Stack and source your way to the top score. Popping up soon. Jeez. I better go. Need to play this Pringles game.